Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're live. We're here for some Sudokus on Sudoku Sunday. It's literally Sunday. Ooh, what are we doing? What are we looking at? I know we had a couple easy puzzles. I forget. Oh yeah, we're still only on 3 stars. That's pretty good. I've preloaded. Hopefully this song's not too weird. I preloaded some Pikmin music, but I didn't preview it because we were already live. Let's pull up the chat. Best channel on Twitch is live, baby. Hell yeah. Sudoku Sunday is literally the best day of the week. No dispute. This is Distant Spring, the water level from Pikmin. Well, you know, my Pikmin fans know what I mean when I say water level. You know, it's not immediately obvious. Because there's no water level. But there's a level with a lot of water. Let me get my thing set up. Boom, boom. Make some room. Sound is from my little bars. It looks acceptable. And let's look at this puzzle. Alright, what do we know? We know we're playing Sudoku. That means every row has to have unique numbers 1 through 9. Every column has to have unique numbers 1 through 9. And so does every box. And so we look at this middle box. It already has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So we know what numbers are missing. It still needs a 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It still needs a 7. And it still needs a 9. Bulb in mid right box. Bot left. I think we know all of. Okay. Yeah, with these restrictions, that could be the case. What are these bulbs we speak of? Glad you asked. So this variation of Sudoku? Why is the music so angry now? Oh no. So this variation of Sudoku, we're playing Thermo Sudoku. Don't let it scare you. All that means is when we look at these thermometers, they're called thermometers because when you kind of like look at this one, it looks like a a mercury thermometer. These thermometers, the bulb is the smallest number. Let's say it's 4, and then it has to keep growing as you move down the thermometer. It doesn't have to grow in order. So if I had a 2, I could go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and so as long as it keeps getting bigger. But if I did like 9, 8. That's shrinking now, and that means we've broken the rules. It's illegal. It's never going to be like that. And what we can infer from that, the most basic level thing, we know there's never a 1 on the middle of a thermometer because even though it could grow in one direction, it cannot shrink in the other. And same thing with 9. If we put a 9 on a thermometer, we can shrink just fine, but we can't grow any further. So Barion's telling us if you think he found a thermometer. Let's look at this one. This thermometer is, I think I already put it in a second ago, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 units long. So if I tried putting like a 6 here, 7, 8, 9, it doesn't reach. So I'll try 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's already a conflict, and we already hit 9 before we reach the end. So we know this is going to be 4 or less. Well, then we look at the conflicts, 1, 2, 3, cross them out. That means the only number that can go there is a 4. And now 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 is already so big of a number that the only way to reach the end of the thermometer is to just boom, 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 boom. Go in numerical order, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the fact that this couldn't be less than 4 locks in this whole thermometer. And now let's do some Sudoku. Let's resolve any conflicts. we see the 7 and 9 are in the same column as this square, which this square is going to potentially, as I've marked, its potential numbers were going to be 1, 7, and 9. Well, if I put a 7, we have a column conflict. If I put in a 9, we have a column conflict. So we know it's no longer 7 or 9. That's our 1 for this box. And now these last two squares are either 7 or 9. There's nothing we can look at on the board that resolves those conflicts. I'm bad at that exclusion stuff. That's good. Wow. All right, let's see what else we got. Well, when we look for we can look for some freebies. I mean, this was a whole freebie thermometer. But now let's look at like these two 5s. These two 5s cover these two bottomish rows. So now we need a 5 on the bottom in general. So we know a 5 is going to go in there somewhere. Other bulb in that box now? Oh yeah, let's check it out. So this is the same length thermometer as down here. This was 6 long. This one is also 6 long. So we already showed before, it has to be a number 1 through 4. We know it can't be 5 because we won't reach the end. And anything bigger than 5 will be even further from the end. So now what conflicts do we have? Well, we already have a 1, 3, and 4 in the box. Which means this is going to be our 2. And once we have a 2 here, it's not forced like this other thermometer. The 4 was forced because it was the only way to reach the end in time. But with the 3, with the 2, there's like so many, there's a decent amount of options. Or there maybe? I don't know. I mean, let's work through it. So this was 1 through 4. And now the thing you can do with these is you can 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6. My 6 key never works when I try to strum it. 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8, 9. There was 4 options for the first section, which means there's 4 options for this next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. So, other bulb in the box now, 1 off on those numbers. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I do that right? Well, the beginning was 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 through 4, 2 through 5. Second can't be 2. Right, yeah. So let's do some crossouts. This square, we already have a 2. We can cross that out. There's a 5 in the column. We can cross that out. So this square is going to be 3 or 4 based on what we know about thermometers plus what we know about Sudokus. So what about this square? Can this square be 3 anymore? Well, no, because this square is minimum of 3, which means if I tried making this a 3, we'd have 3, 3, or we'd have 4, 3, and we'd be shrinking. So that's not a 3. Is this square a 4? There's a 4 in the column, so no. Is it a 5? Maybe. Is it a 6? There's a 6 in the column, so no. And now we just have one number left of what it can be. So we know this is 5 now. So what can we do when we look at this square? Cross out anything less than 5, because we know it has to be bigger than 5 now. And check for conflicts. We have a 7 down here. Cross out that 7. That's our 6. Look at this square. This square has to be bigger than 6 now, so let's cross out 5 and 6. Check for conflicts. There's a conflict with the 8 in the same column. The only number left is 7. That's our 7. And now this number is greater than 7. And when we check for conflicts, we see this 9. Which means that's an 8. So we've solved just about all of this thermometer. We can't tell if this is 3 or 4 yet because 3 is still bigger than 2, less than 5. And there's no 3 or 4 that are conflicting with it right away. Pikmin, you're going a little bit too hard. I might have to put on your younger brother, Forest of Hope. These two thermometers were very long, and therefore quite restrictive. These other thermometers are only 3 or 4 long, so they're not going to be as restricted. So before we look at these thermometers, because it might not be, there's not going to be a whole list of numbers that we can cross out. Let's look for freebies. We have a 5 in this column, a 5 in this column. So where can we put a 5 in this box? Every box is going to need a 5. Well, every box is going to need every number. 5 can only fit right there. Otherwise, we'd have a row conflict, column conflict, or something else. What else can we look for? We have a couple of 7s here. So 7, 7. This is now our 7 in the middle. And we can finish this box off with a 9. This box is pretty limited. We have a 9 in one of these two, and we have a 7 in one of these two, because there's a 9 and 7 in this row, this middle row. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're missing 6 still. We have a 7, and we're missing 8. So we have a 7-9 split and a 6-8 split. And we have a 6 down here. So between this 6 and 8 split, on surface level, what we're saying here is this is either going to be 6-8 or 6-8 in either direction. But when we put the 6 here, we see there's a column conflict. So we can already resolve this. We know this is not our 6. That's our 8. That's our 6. This top right box, the 6 is pretty limited, but not guaranteed. We know there's a 6 in this column, and in this row. So then what's left over for a 6 in this box? There or there. We'll pencil those down. We know there's a 6 in one of these two squares based on this 6's column and that 6's row. And we know there's a 6 in one of these two squares based on the row of these two 6's. As a matter of fact, this row itself is only missing 3 numbers. It's missing 6, 7, and 9. We know this is 7 or 9. We know this is not a 9, so that's 6 or 7. And this can apparently be any of the above because there's no other conflicts. Okay. What are the freebies? I mean, usually I go by number, so I check for any 1s. I don't see any info on 1, really. Yeah, nothing useful. All our 1s are in the middle here, so let me check out 2s. What can I find about 2s? Not too much again. We can somewhat restrict. We can restrict the 2 in this top right box to one of 2 squares. This 2 covers this row, so it's not going to be in this row. This 2 covers this column, so it won't be in this column. We already know this is not 2 because it's on the thermometer. We figured out it was 3 or 4. It must be greater than 2. And now we're left with 3 squares where the 2 can be. But when we look at this square, 2, 1, too small. It can't reach the front of the thermometer. So the same way we know a 1's not going to be on a stem of a thermometer, the 2 would have to be 1 away from the bulb ever, if it's ever on a thermometer, or on the bulb. So we have 2 in one of these 2 squares. It's not terrible. Once we find a 2 somewhere else, we'll be able to cross these out and know, okay, we found the other 2. Let's move on to 3 maybe. Our 3s are kind of locked in the middle-ish. Although we'll know at least there's a 3 in one of those 3 squares. Just because these 2 rows are covered. Let's Pikmin. Just do Force of Hope. Oh. Okay. A little bit of a change up. This music was scaring me too much. 9. In this box, we'll know 9 is in one of 2 squares. Either the square... I can't draw straight lines. Either the square we've marked earlier, up here, or we also can see, based on this 9's row, this 9's column, that there can be a 9 here. And now I guess this is a good point to explain the difference between what I use are pen marks and pencil marks. Pen marks are permanent. That's why they're called pen marks. That means when I mark something down with a pen mark, I know this square is going to be either 6 or 7 and nothing else. I know it's not going to be a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, etc. When I do these pen marks, which are in the corners and not in the middle, pencil marks, which are in the corners and not in the middle, all I'm saying is I know a 9 is going to be either here or here. It's looking at it from a different perspective, and they tell you different things. But also similar things depending on what stage of the puzzle you're at. The pen marks are stronger. The pen marks are telling you, you know, specific square, you know exactly what's going to be. Pencil is like a suggestion, like, hey, 5 is going to be somewhere around here, I don't know. 2 is going to be one of these 2, whatever. 3 is going to be somewhere around here. Not just, I mean, this could be 2 still. You know, it could be any number, but we just know 3 is somewhere around there. Yeah, a hard split versus could be in the box, exactly, yeah. And this is, I've seen it done this way, and so I've, you know, done it the same way. And it works out pretty good, you know. Using both of them together can tell you, I mean, a way a lot of people do Sudokus is they pen mark every single box, and so they'll have every box has like 9 markings, and it's just like, it's a headache. And so this is like a way to mark it down without as much info being, you know, strewn across the entire board. And you mark selectively to keep your information relevant. Like, there's tricks you can do even with just pencil marks. When I look at this box, my pencil marks for 9 are here and here. So I know this column already has a 9. Even though we don't know if the 9 is going to be here or here, when we're looking at this column, the 9 is covered. The 9 will not be down here because we would cross out all of our pencil marks and all of a sudden have no valid location for 9 in this box. So with that being said, something I can do is now look, when I'm looking at this box, I'm trying to find the 9. I say, okay, we have a 9 here, so this column is covered. We have a 9 in one of these 2 squares, so this column is covered. And we have a 9 in this row, so this column is covered, or that row is covered. That means we already found a 9 down here, even with just the pencil marks. And now we even can do the same thing in this box. This box needs a 9. Every box needs a 9. So 9 in that row, 9 in this row, and now we have these 2 pen marks. And we say, okay, the 9 is going to be in one of these 2 squares, so this column is covered. That puts us a 9 right there. And actually we find another 9 now even. This top right box, 9 covers, oh, this 9 covers that column. These 9s cover this column. So we have 9 in one of these 2. And then we ask ourselves our thermometer rules. Can we have a 9 on the bulb? Nope, because it has to shrink. You know, if I have a 5, this has to be 4 or less. And so 9 leaves no room for shrinking. Cross that out. 9 right there. And we actually get this box. This box needs a 9 still. 9 is in this row, this column, this column. We get 9 right there as well. So now we only have 2 missing 9s. We have all the other 9s on the board. And that was all just from a couple of pencil marks. So the pencil marks are really useful to mark them down. But I don't just mark every pencil mark down. If I like look at this box, I could mark, you know, what's the number? 5, like 5. I could be like, well, any of these 3 squares is 5. But I like to mark them down when they only share either a single column or a single row, because then you can do the cross out trick. So what we just looked at? We were looking at 9s for some reason. But I feel like I skipped a few numbers, like 6. Do I have all my 6s marked? Pretty much. 7. Yeah, not too much info on 7s. Or what about this box? What's going on here? 7. 7, 8, 9. 7, 9. So, okay. So this box, where can our 7 be? This row is covered, so it's not going to be there. That's going to be either 3 or 4. We already marked that, and so we know it's true. So we have a 7 in one of these squares. And what can we cross out? 7, 8, 9. Too small of a number to reach the end of the thermometer. So we know 7 is not going to be on the bulb. Will 7 be here? Well, we have our pen marks here, or / pencil marks. In this case, they're functional as both. 7, 9 covers this column, so 7 won't be there. And now we just have 2 squares where 7 could be, which is pretty good, because we can use that info to restrict 7 down in this box now. We know the 7 in this column is taken. It's in the top box here. We know 7 in this column is taken. It's in the middle box. So now we have 7 in one of the 2 squares, and there's a 7 already in this row. So we know the 7 will go up here. And even if there wasn't a 7 in this row, 7, 8, 9, not enough room to reach the end of the thermometer. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's look at 8s. Can we do anything similar with 8 in this top box? Almost. Left box 3 goes on the left because 2, 4 split in the other 2 cells. Check it out. Alright, so yeah, so let's look at 2, 4. 2, 4. 2, 4. So essentially, if we do it one number at a time, we do this column already has a 2, this row already has a 2, this row already has a 2. So there's a 2 in one of these 2 boxes. Then we look at 4, 4, 4, 4. There's a 4 in one of these 2 boxes. So we're only splitting up. The only spot for 2 in this box is in one of these 2. The only spot for 4 in this box is in one of these 2. So we can upgrade this from a 2-4 pencil mark to a 2-4 split. And now when we have this 2-4 split, if we put a 3 in one of these boxes, we do 3, 2, that's fine. But now, where will 4 go in this box? 4, 4, nowhere. Okay, well what if we did 3 and then 4? Well now where does 2 go? 2, 2, 2, nowhere. So we have a hard split. That means we remove the 3 as being a possibility. So we look at 3 again. We reevaluate 3. Where does 3 go? That row's covered. That row's covered. This is a hard split. That's our 3 right there. Let's just turn on. Let me turn on the Pikmin music. We'll do. Apparently the Pikmin OST is only 1 hour long, So we'll just run the OST. Pikmin OST, where are you? There we are. Um, 8 should be pretty restricted in this box. 8 in this row, 8 in this row. 8 will be down there. Oh yeah, what numbers are missing? With this whole middle section is almost complete. We have 3 numbers missing there. We only had 2 numbers missing here, 2 and 4. There's only 3 numbers missing here again. 8, 7, 9? Is that what I'm saying? Yeah, so 8, 7, 9. 7, 8, 9. We know there's a 9 in this column, so we cross out that 9. No other crossouts from the looks of it. Oh, here. Okay, where's? I was trying to figure out where 8 goes in this box. It didn't result in anything very helpful. The 8 could go like any of those squares. But now let's look at 8 in this box. We have an 8 here, so this row is covered. And then so there's an 8 in any of these 4 squares at first glance. But 8, 9, not enough space to finish the thermometer. Cross that out. 8, 9, not enough space. Cross this 8 out. And now all of a sudden, 8, 9 would work. And like, you know, 4, 9 would work, you know, either way. Just because 8's smaller doesn't mean it's going to be there necessarily. But now, these pencil marks line up in this column. So boom, boom, this column is covered. And so what happens when we relook at this box? This column's covered, this row is covered. We have an 8 in one of these 3 squares, but same thing down here. 8, 9, not enough space. 8, 9, not enough space. Cross out these 2 8s. And so all of a sudden, only pencil mark of an 8 in this box is right in the middle. And that'll give us our 8 there. And that will give us only 2 candidates for 8 on the left. It looks like 3 at first, but then we know 8, 9, not enough space. So we have 8 either there or there. And despite this box being very open, we look at 8 now. It looks like 8 could be any of 4 squares, or any of 5 squares. Well, 4 if you know, cross that out right away. That will. So now there's an 8. Easy, Pikmin. Now there's an 8 in any of these 4 squares. Doesn't look too useful until you realize, can I put an 8 on this thermometer? Legally, yes. But the only way to finish that thermometer now would be a 9. And look at all the red coming up. 9, 9, 9, 9. that was the prologue. So it was when you get hit by a meteor in the prologue. 9, 9, 9, 9. There's so many conflicts with the 9. So and if we put an 8 here, the only way to finish the thermometer is with an 8, or is with 9. So we cross out that 9, well, that 8 and that 9. It's a little bit loud, isn't it? I have it really low too. So now these 8s line up, these pencil marks line up, and that would clobber this 8. This is no longer a legal square for 8. Even though they're both just pencil marks staring at each other, these 2 pencil marks dominate this column because they're the only 2 spots for 8 in this box. So we know the 8 in this column has to be there or there. So now these are the only spots for 8 in this box. So we know this row is covered. If we try to put an 8 here, there's all of a sudden nowhere we could put an 8 in this box. So we can cross out that pencil mark. Obliterate. That puts an 8 right there. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. This box itself is only missing 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those are the last 4 numbers. And let's start crossing some stuff out. Like this box, 1 and 3, staring right at it. Get them out of there. This box, 4 is staring at it. Cross out that 4. This square, I should call them squares, not box. This square, 2 and 4, staring right at it from the column. Cross them out. And how long is this? What the heck? The song is, 5 minutes long. Yeah, I'll let this run through. Even though we were just listening to Fours of Hope, I'll just let it run through. This square can't be a 1 because it's on the thermometer. Could it be a 2? Yeah. We could have 1, 2. That's legal. Could be 3. Yeah. And it could be 4. No problems with any of those. So I didn't know if we'd be able to solve this, but it looks like we just get a few pen marks of where things are going to go. Any relevant pen marks though? Any like singular rows? Not really. 2 can be just about anywhere. 3 on a bend. Not 2. Is there 2 somewhere? 2, 1, 3, 4. 2, 1, 3. What? 2, 1, 3, 4. Creates confidence top, right? The 2 can go here up here. Not just right there. We have a 2 on the bend. Which we usually, and that's another reason that you usually don't mark the bend pencils. I like to mark the pencils in a straight line. If 2, then 1 is forced, no 1 for top right. Check it out. 1. Well, that's a complicated way of saying we found 1 in the top right. We have a 1 here. Can a 1 be here? Well, so just based on this one, we would mark these 3 squares as 1 candidate. We already know that's 3 or 4. This is on the thermometer, so it can't go any smaller, so this isn't a 1. And so we just know we have a 1 up there. And now, let's fix the pencil marks down here. Cross out that 1, because we have a 1 in the column. Only number left is a 3. This number must be bigger than 3 now, so cross out 2 and 3. That's a 4. This number is now shares a box with a 4. That's our 2. And the last number for this box is 1. We can now draw these conflicts upwards. This 4 resolves this 3-4 split. That's our 3 now. This 2 crosses out this 2 pencil mark, so when we look again, only 1 spot for a 2. And now this box is missing 4, 6, 7, according to what I could gather from the pencil marks. And then, yep, 4, 6, 7. What can we cross out? We know this isn't going to be 7 because the biggest number at the next thermometer box is 7. So this has to be smaller than 7. This isn't going to be 7 because there's 7 in the row. So 4-6 split, we know what we know about 4-6 splits is either going to be 6-4 or 4-6. And since we're on the thermometer, we know it's going to go from smaller to bigger. 4, 6. Plus there's a 6 right there. So, and then finish the box off with a 7. We can draw a couple 7s. And find a 7 will go in any of these 3 squares up here. Even on the bulb, because we could do 7, 8, 9, and that's fine. And then even not on the bulb, because we could do, 5, 7, 9, and that's fine. This row is only missing 2 numbers, so that's 7 goes in top left cell. 1 second. Let's finish this column. 1, 2. We need a 3 and a 4. No resolution. Okay. So column 1 logic. So let's mark down column 1. Column 1 needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. What can we cross out? This box, this square already sees a 7 and 8 in the row. So that's our 6. Get rid of 6 from those two. And now this 7, 8 sees a 7 over there. That means that's an 8. And the last number in the column is a 7. There's a 4 bottom right, so you can solve 3, 4. Yeah, here we go. 4. Cross out this 3. This 3, 4 split is now resolved. It's our 3. That's our 4. 7 bot free B2. Check out the 7s. Boom, boom. There we go. Free B7. Very nice. You also just got 8 top left. Yes, according to my pencil marks, I probably got an 8. And we can double check. 8, 8, 8 and 1 these two. But on the bulb, it's too far from the end. So that's our 8. And now this 8 also stares at this 7, 8 split. Crosses out an 8 there. Locking it in as a 7. We can cross out the 7s in the same row. And then we get the 9 over here. And an 8 over here. And now we can finish this box off with a 7. This 7 will now look to the left and cross out a couple 7s over here. Same thing with this 7. Last number there is a 6. Cross out that 6. Last number here is a 9. This row is only missing 2 numbers. What's it going to be? 1, 2, 3 is missing. We have a 4. 5 is missing. Any resolution? Not immediately, right? There probably will be a resolution very soon, though. Oh, this row is missing only 1 number. We can fill that in. That's a 2. Yeah, that's kind of whack. The Forest of Hope comes earlier in the OST than the Impact Site, but the Impact Site's the first level. The Forest of Hope's the second level. Just saying. 2 top middle. 2 in this column. 2 cancer for 2, but we already know this was going to be a 2 or 3 or 5. Well, also there's a 2 there. Zoom, zoom, zoom. That's our 2. We have a 2 over here. No. No. We have 2 spots for a 2. It's either going to be the bulb starter or it's going to be a 1-2 situation. Actually, 1, 1. Yeah, let's find some more 1s. We should be able to, right? Oh, not quite, I guess. We know the 1's going to be in one of these 2 squares. As a matter of fact, 1, 3, 5 are the last numbers missing for the box. We have a 3 here already in this column. So we know the last spot for 3 in this box is at the top there. That's our 3. That's our 5. So 1, 5. Okay. So we can use this 1, 5 split to tell us, okay, we have a 5 in this column. Zoom. 5 in this column. 5 in this row. So that gives us a 5 right there. We have 5 top right. Yes, we do. 5 top right. Will actually give us our... It'll resolve our 1, 5 split. This row needs finishing. 1, 2, 3. This box is missing only 2 numbers now. It's missing 1, has a 2, 3, missing 4. Simple enough. Our 1 down here now we can resolve. 1 up here gives us a 1 right there. Which now we can look at this box. Where does the 1 go? It goes in one of these 2 squares, but not on the center of the thermometer. So we have 1, 2. This 2 and 1. Resolve this double split. That's our 4. That's our 4. This is our 2, and that's our 1. This row needs a 6 to be complete. Slap that 6 right in there. This column now needs 1, 2, 3. Needs a 4 to be complete. And let's complete these last 2 columns, and we'll be done with the puzzle. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Soak it in, reflection, and then bam, 6. I like to freeze a little bit because otherwise the puzzle just disappears before you know it. And there you go. First puzzle of the day complete. What is going on here? Oh, what the? Look at these thermometers. Yeah, can I get a alligator PogChamp in my chat? I don't know. Why, you have to teach him. Minesweeper stream when? Could be today, I don't know. Just a Minesweeper speedrun. I'm old man. Do you do the colons? Colon, PogChamp. Colon? I think I'm an older man. It's capitalization. PogChamp. I don't think it's gonna. I'm typing through the other chat too, so I don't think it's gonna work for me. Unless I go on Twitch and type it in. Twitch. Oh, it looks like it's working on Twitch, but it doesn't look like it's working on my stream. Yeah. PogChamp. Right. Well. It's fine. You can also click the smiley face next to the text box to get all the emotes. Alright. Let's take a look at this puzzle. We got some long thermometers, which is... It should be not scary, it should be the opposite of scary, because long thermometers are way more restricted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are 7 long. That means if we even try putting a 3 in there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it just barely fits. So this first square is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there are no skeletons, which is very reassuring. And this last square is 7, 8, 9. And we can actually, because you know, we tried putting 6 in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, doesn't reach the start. Yeah, everyone let your guard down. It's okay, there won't be any skeletons, I promise. I promise. There are no skeletons in Pikmin, so there won't be any skeleton leitmotifs in the music. So we are so safe right now. It's insane. Creeper. So anyways, these big thermometers, quite restrictive naturally. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9 for the end. We did a little bit of this in the last puzzle. We can like we can keep the pattern up. This is 1, 2, 3. This would be 2, 3, 4. This would be 3, 4, 5. And 5, 6, 7. 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. That just I didn't realize this pattern works until a little bit, but it kind of just does because we already know what the start and end have to be, and this has to be 1 less. Okay, you already know that one on the right. Let's check it out. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8. And doing these pen marks right away, it kind of, you know, if you're scared of special rules in Sudokus, you just do these pen marks off the bat, and all of a sudden you're back to a regular Sudoku, but you just like respect the pen marks, you know. And let's do some crossouts. 6, we can cross out. There's a 6 in this box and column, so let's cross out 6 over here. Bam. 1, we can cross out 1 down here. 2, get rid of that 2. Any other crossouts? 8. We have a 8 that sees up here. Cross out that 8. I thought there was more. Is that really it? Well, those are all of our natural crossouts, but we can do some extended crossouts. Like, this is either going to be 3 or 4. That means this square, the minimum number on this square has to be bigger than the minimum number on this square. So if we put a 3 here, you know, nothing fits here anymore. Get rid of that 3. And now we can get rid of a 4 up here, because if we did the same thing, if we put a 4, nothing to put there. That's 5 or 6. 5 or 6, we can get rid of the 5 up here. 6, 7. We already got rid of the 6, so that's fine. But now you have to be really careful, because it's really tempting to do the opposite thing, which isn't always the case. I could look at this 4 and be like, oh, well, you know, this has to be, you know, smaller than 4. Like, you have to make sure you're going in the right direction, because you can't, you know, if I have 7, 8, 9, if I have 7, 9 here, I might want to cross out 7 because we have a 7 here. But no, if I cross out a 7, well, there's still a legal solution in 7, 9 is what I'm getting at. One bottom left. Do a couple of voomp and a zoop. Well, let's see about this. Okay, there's probably some stuff going on. Row 9 logic. Okay. Well, I'll get there in a second, but I also see, if we know nothing else about thermometers also, we know that none of these could be 1. Because if we put a 1 on the stem, it's illegal. Well, and most of the stems are restricted anyways. 1 in the stem, nothing to shrink towards the bulb. So we cross out all of these, and then we look at that 1, and we find a 1 right there. Zoom, 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 zoom. That's a 1. Bam. We can do that in like a lot of boxes. Usually it's pretty easy to find 1s and 9s like that. Row 9 logic is saying, let's say we need a 1 in the bottom row. So where does it go? It's not going to go in this box because it shares a 1 there. It's not going to go in this corner because it shares a 1 there. And now all of a sudden this bottom row only has one legal location for a 1 right there. Then you get 1 row 8. Yes, we do. So we look at 1s in this box, 1 in that row, 1 in this column, 1 in this row, 1 in one of those 2 squares. That's on a thermometer, and it's not the bulb. Nothing to shrink towards. So that's our 1 right there. And that will actually give us a 2-3 split right there. So the same way we were able to, once we cross out the 1 here, on a restricted thermometer like this, you cross out the smallest number and it chains, you know. 2, 2, too small. Get rid of the 2. 3, 3 is too small. Or, well, I should think of it the other way. 3, nothing is smaller than 3. Cross out that 3. 4, 5 split. Only one way to point that direction. That's our 4. That's our 5. If we did 4, 5, that'd be shrinking. So 4, 5 split is resolved, which will actually go backwards now. We cross out that 4, that's a 3. Cross out this 3, that's a 2. We can cross out that 5. And all of these will work their way across. I mean, we can just start with this 2. And then we get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then 6. So the 7 crosses out the 7 over here, the 8 crosses out the 8 over here, and the 9 crosses out the 9 over here, and the 7 crosses out this 7 as well. We just get 6, 7, 8. Bam, bam, bam. 6, 7 split row 2. Yeah, we did that. This song is long as heck. I already figured that out from when we listened to it earlier, but 7-minute songs. You don't get 7-minute songs very often. Row 2 is complete. Check it out. We're missing, so we have 1, 2. We're missing 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Can this be 3? 3, 2, 1, not enough space. Can this be 4? 4, 3, 2, 1, not enough space. Can this be 5? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It could be 5. So we know it's 5. And once this is 5, this whole thermometer is forced. 4, 3, 2, 1. Because that's the only way we could reach the start of this thermometer. The only way we have enough space. And then finish the row off with a 4. This box is only missing 2 numbers now. It has 1, 2, 3, 4. Needs a 5. 6, 7, 8. Needs a 9. So now this row is effectively only missing 2 numbers. We have the hard 5, 9 split. So what's the last 2 numbers? 1, 2, 3. It's missing a 2, 3 split. And we can resolve this right away. There's a 2 in this box already. So that's our 3. That's our 2. Let's keep going with that train of thought. This box is only missing 2 numbers. 1, 2. Needs a 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Needs a 9. This 3, 9 is resolved. That's not our 9. This is not our 3. 9, 3. This row and box are only missing 2 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 7. This 4 resolves it. That's our 7. That's our 4. You know, I forgot there's only 4 levels in Pikmin 1. We're already on the final level. 1, 2. Force of Hope, Impact Site. Distant Spring. Oh wait, yeah, the music's out of order. This is really weird. But this is how, apparently how the soundtrack is ordered. There's 5 levels. There's only 3 numbers missing in this column. So what's missing here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Missing 6, have a 7, 8, 9. There's an 8 in this box, so this is 6 or 9. The other 2 are up in the air. 2 bottom right. Check it out. Zoom, zoom, voom. We have a 2 in one of these 2. Can't be on the thermometer because it's too far. That's a 2. 2, 2, 2. 2 here or here. Still too far from the base of the thermometer. Cross out that 2. That's our 2 right there. We can find this 2 in the middle by some pencil logic. So we do 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2 would give us a 2 in one of these 2 squares. But now for this box, 2, 2. Oh, well, we just get the 2 in this box. So it removes the need for any pencil logic. But the idea was that a 2 in this row would cross out this 2. But we just straight up know this 2 goes there. 2, 2, 2, 2. Locks in a 2 right there. And that's boop, 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 boop. All 9 2s found. 1, 1, 1. We'll have a 1 in one of these 2 squares. 1, 1, 1. We'll have a 1 in one of these 2 squares. I don't think there's any solution there besides looking further. 3. It's our 3 situation. 3, 3. We'll have a 3 in one of these 2 squares. 3, 3. A 3 in one of these 2. And then 3, 3. Whoops. 3, 3. We'll have 3 in one of these 3. This could be a 3 on the thermometer because this could still be 1 in the base. So we can't logic out this 3. And usually I don't mark bends, but that's the last 3 on the board, so I'll just keep it. It's fine. It's kind of just showing that these 3s are waiting for each other. Once we find 1 3, I think we find all of them. Based on, like, you know, if we put a 3 here, we can get 3 3 is our only solution, and so on. 3 3 3. 3 3 3. Yeah. 3 3 3. 3 3 3. Check out the 4s. We get 4 in one of these 3 squares based on this 4. Can a 4 go here? 4, 3, 2, 1. A million conflicts and doesn't reach the start of the thermometer. So we'll have a 4 in one of these 2. As a matter of fact, let's look at this. This column's almost done, I just realized. So what goes in this column? 1, 2, 3, 4. Need a 5. Have a 6. Need a 7. That term ends in 6. So 5 is too small to reach a start. We know that. Oh, well, okay. 5 is the right size to reach a start, but not without finding a million conflicts. So we know this is 5 or more. 4 is too small to reach a start. Boom, 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 boom. So then we can cross out 5 because of this 5 and other reasons. 7 and 8 and 9 all point to the square. The 7 up here, cross out the 7. 8 and 9 in the box, cross out 8 and 9. All we're left with is a 6. This thermometer should be pretty restricted. So 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a 4 or 5. This is a 3 or 4. 2 or 3, 1 and 2. There's first because 2. Well, yeah, exactly. If this was 3, it's too small to reach the start. That's why I marked it as 4 or 5. 4 reaches 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 reaches 5, 4, 3, 2. But now let's do our crossouts. 2, 2, 2. Cross out these 2s. That's our 1. That's our 3. 3 crosses out that 3. That's our 4. 4 crosses out that 4. That's our 5. Oh, and now we found one of our 3s, one of our magic 3s. I was saying if once we find 1 3, we find the rest. This 3 crosses out these 3s. And now the only spot for 3 in this box, according to my pencil marks, is right there. Sure enough, it is true. Go for sub 20. It's not a race. We're having a good time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need a 7 and 9 in that row. The 9 here is resolved. That's our 7. That's our 9. This column can be completed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This column needs a 6. This 6 conflicts with that 6, so we know that's our 9. This 9 will cross out those 2 9s. Left with a 6-8 split for column 1. Fair enough. We can finish this box. There's only one missing number. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 will run across the rows. Locking a 4 in the bottom right. And now this box is only missing 5 and 7. 5, 9 top, 4 mid, mid. Boom, 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 boom. Bam, that's a 4. Oh yeah, this 5, 5, 9 top. Cross out that 9. Or cross out the 5, get a 9. And then we get a 5 to finish the row. And box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We already have a 6-8 split. So this is a 7-9 split. And sure enough, 7-9 also completes the column, which just confirms we're on the right track. We should be able to get a number here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We effectively have a 5, even though it's ambiguous where the 5 goes. We effectively have a 5 and a 7 as far as this row is concerned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All we're missing is an 8. We have a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 split. 7 jumps down there. That's our 6. And this is our 7. Bam, bam. What is this song now? Challenge mode. I didn't even know Pikmin 1 had a challenge mode. I forgot. This column's only missing 2 numbers. It's missing 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no. 1 is resolved. Wait, no, it's not missing a 1. It's missing something else. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is missing. This song makes me concerned. I don't know. Five, 7 split, 5, 7 split. Oh no. 5, 7. What's this box? What's we have an 8, 9 split. So that 8, 9 is a lock. We consider it as 8 and 9 separately. So we're missing 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5, 7 by itself is not a lock. So we need a 5 still. We need a 6. And we need a 7. And the reason the 5, 7 is not a lock is because it's referring to this column. This column has a 5, 7 split. And this column has an 8, 9 split, but this 8, 9 split happens to be all within this box. So we know whether it's 8, 9 or 9, 8, that these 2 leftover squares are never going to be 8 or 9. The 5, we can cross out a 5 over there. Any more crossouts? No. Let's look at... We should be able to find some 6s. 6 in the middle somewhere. 1 mid. Zoom. Cross out that pencil mark. 1, 1, 1. There we go. Get a 1. We can finish this column. Only one number missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, now we get a 5 over here. Cross out that 5. 5, 5, 5. That's a 5 right there. This 5 will resolve this 5, 7 split down here. That's our 7 to finish the column. This is our 5 to finish the box and row. One, 2. I know I put out an end caution for skeletons, which is accurate, but this is the Emperor Bulbax, who is very scary as well. You get an X-Wing by... You get 8 by X-Wing left. Do we? Don't do like it's my hurricane ticket. Emperor Bulbax. 1 second. Image. There's another, so there's like 2 popular streaming services. The other one is really good at showing images like really fast. This one, that takes me like an hour. But this is what we're looking at when we're looking at Emperor Bullbacks. This mad lad right here. Yeah, sorry, I didn't put a Bullbacks warning in the title of the stream. Sorry. I understand. Many viewers will have to leave after discovering this behemoth, but I accept my mistake. I will try to do better next time. I think you know a guy. Okay, what are we missing? Yo, give me this 9 already. We can solve this 9 because there's nowhere else for a 9 to go in this row. Or essentially, I mean, what's this box? We do 6, 7, 8, 9. We know it's not a 9 because there's a 9 in the column. We know it's not a 6. There's a 6 in the column. And now when we look at this row, only spot for a 9 is here. That resolves this 8-9 split. That's our 8. And now the only spot for an 8 in the middle box is there. That's our 6. That's our 8. Those are resolved from this 8. Zoom, zoom. And then this 6 resolves this 6-7 split. That's our 7. This is our 6. And 6 and 6. That's our 6 in the middle. We should be able to finish this puzzle now. 7-9 split left over in this row. 7-9 split left over in this row slash box. And where's the resolution? 7's there. 9's there. How many times over can we resolve this? Just once. Yeah, so then 7, 9, 7, 9. You get victory music right at the end. I didn't get many other variants before. Any chance of another one after the stream? Yeah, I was hoping to do some variety today. And so yeah, we can end there with the thermos. I was hoping to do the original title for the stream was Sudoku Sunday sample pack. And I was gonna sample most of the Sudoku types, but I didn't wanna lock myself in from the start in case I didn't feel like doing some of them. But let's go ahead and check out some more variants. They're not all... Oh, do I do a sandwich Sudoku? Dude, I hate sandwich Sudokus. I can do one just to show how much I hate it, but we're gonna skip that for now. We'll do a chess Sudoku, which I do like. Well, the thermos are my favorite by far, but these are still good. Oh, also, Mr. Bullbacks, you gotta get out of here. Alright, chess Sudoku. I don't need it as well, so explanation welcome. Exactly, yeah. I mean, so, I bought the chess Sudoku pack, and I thought it was all three of these well, I thought it was these two combined. There's Knight Sudokus and King Sudokus. Is there a little image how to play Knight Sudoku? I mean, yeah, this image kind of explains it, but I can explain it just as good. Play Knight Sudoku. Right, yeah. Okay. Let's get the new rules up. We do chess. I know chess Sudoku primarily as Night Sudoku. Are we on a... Okay, we're not on the difficult puzzles. We have a reset, which is good. We're on a 5-star puzzle. Not as bad as it sounds. So essentially, okay. Night Sudoku. Are we gonna run out of Pikmin music? Somehow there's still 20 minutes left, but no, let's go new soundtrack. New game mode, new soundtrack, you know. Did I finish my Tropical Dong? I think I did, yeah. So let's just go to Donkey Kong Country Returns OST. Let's do not Tropical Dong, but the first one. Alright, so here's the rules for Chess Sudoku. Well, or Night Sudoku, as it's apparently officially known. You're playing normal Sudoku, so every row and column has to be unique. So when we're looking for 6s, we'll get a couple pencil marks right there. But now also, if I pick out a square, you can see the highlighting is indicating that not only does this 8 occupy this row and column and box, it also occupies the night moves. Boom, 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 boom. Is that night move? No, that's not a night move. Boom, 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 boom. It also occupies those 8 night moves. And so if I put an 8 here, it's considered illegal because this 8 is a night move away from that 8. And the cool thing about the Night Sudokus is these pencil marks. We're going to do more pencil marks than usual. Like before I was saying I don't do pencil marks if they cover the same column or row. In this one, if there's 3 pencil marks in a box, no matter where, like for this box we need a 6, I'll mark all 3 of these 6s. Because when we start looking at night move angles, it becomes pretty relevant. I'm trying to find if we can find an example. Not necessarily, but 4, we get a 4 up there. And so now what does this 4 tell us? In most cases it would tell us there's just not a 4 in this column anywhere else. But now in Night Sudoku, can we have a 4 here? This 4 would cross out all 3 of these 4s because a night move, and a row move. Zoom, zoom, zoom. And so that's why we want to do more pencil marks, because it eliminates more squares. 4 can't be here. Can a 4 be here? Yes, because even though it eliminates these 2, there's still an open 4 up here. And so Thermo Sudoku, you do the thermometers, and then at some point you're just doing a regular Sudoku, because once you're done with the thermometers, the only special rules left over are regular Sudoku rules. The Night Sudoku, though, it persists through the whole puzzle. And so a lot of times when like in the last puzzle we have a 7-9 split, and it was resolved by like a 7 somewhere. Usually the way these puzzles end is with an 8 with a night move. Let's look at this middle box. This middle box is pretty restricted on 8s. We'll have 8 covering this column, 8 covering this column, 8 covering this row. Leaves us an 8 in one of those 2. This top right is quite restricted on 8s. 8 in one of these. Oh well, that's covered, and 6-9 split in the middle. Good eye, Patrick. Good eye. So the splits, having an eye for these double splits is pretty useful, because you have a 6. You know, the way the 6 is split up, it puts a 6 in one of these 2. But now it also just so happens that the way the 9 is split up, it puts a 9 in the same 2 squares. And then you have a situation where 6-9, 6-9, you do the splits together, and instead of just getting these pencil marks, you lock in these pen marks, which is very cool. Bum, bum. Let's look for another. Do we have any ones on the board? We have 0 1s. 2. We'll have a 2 down here somewhere. 2 in this box will go here somewhere, and then the knight move from this 2 will cross out that square. And that's usually how I explain it. So that explanation is hopefully, thorough enough. It shows the step-by-step process, the 2-step process. First find the Sudoku rules, and then apply the knight rules. 2 in this box will go in one of these 3 squares, and then this 2 is a knight move from that 2, which will cross out that pencil mark. And now all of a sudden, this middle box needs a 2. This row is covered from those pencil marks. We'll get a 2 in the middle somewhere. And yeah, so following proper pencil marking, essential for these night puzzles. That's why I wrote this tip. Pencil down many numbers. Tells you so much. We'll see that soon enough. Oh, and here's a little pattern. I like this pattern. These 2 2s here, you have just only 2 pencil marks in a box. Can we have a 2 here? Nope, because this 2 is a column away from this 2, and it's also a knight move away from this 2. Can we have a 2 in this box? No, because for the same reason but the opposite direction, 2 and 2 are covered. So we don't have a 2 there or there. We don't have a 2 in this column. That'll give us a 2 in one of these 3 squares. And then oh man, did we find a 2 in like the most complex way possible? And this is where night Sudokus can you can solve a number from just pencil marks. Like, okay, so where does 2 go in this box? It looks like anywhere because there's no 2s anywhere near it. But now we look at these pencil marks. Can a 2 go here? This was one of my first examples. 2 can't go here because it would cross out all the 2s from that box. Cross them out. And then you use Game Shark for the rest of it. Exactly. Can a 2 go here? On first glance, it can. Because I look at this box. If I put a 2 here, I look at this box and I say, well, there's still a spot for a 2. And I look at this box and I say, yeah, I mean, look at it, there's still a spot for a 2. But the only possible spot for both of these 2s are in the same column. So this is an extension of what we call the X-wing rule, which is where you have 2 numbers restricted to the same. It's so weird to explain on this board, but maybe if we just run through the example, we see this 2 crosses out these 3 2s, then forces a 2 there, forces a 2 there, forces a conflict, so we know a 2 can't go here. And then on this 2, it's the same thing but mirrored. It would force a 2 here and a 2 here. Let me do that in the cross out direction. Column is covered, knight move is covered, that forces a 2 there, and then this 2 is forced, but there's forced to be a conflict. So we cross out this 2 as well. And now these 2 2s are in this. We've now restricted these 2 2s to the same row, which means this can't be a 2. We put a 2 here. There's no legal squares for a 2 in this box anymore. So we cross out this 2. And I guess we didn't find a 2. I thought we were going to. But we did find. We did restrict quite a few more pencil marks, which is pretty cool. Yes. Okay. Very close, but not quite. I'm just mentally running through some examples, seeing if there's a 2 that's too restricted. Doesn't look like it. Can I put 2 here? If I put 2 here, this 2 is forced because this knight move crosses at that 2. This 2 is forced from that 2. Yeah, that's all fine. There is a solution for 2s when we put 2 there, so we're not going to worry about that anymore. Any 3s? We got any 3s on the board? Yeah, we do. 3 covers. There's allegedly 5 legal candidates for 3 in that square, but then the 3 crosses out both of those with the knight move. This 3 locks in a 3 in one of those 3 squares. Can we put a 3 here? 3 won't go here, because if we put a 3 here, this row crosses out that 3, and these 2 knight moves crosses out the last 2 spots for 3. Knight move, knight move, knight move. Crosses out the last 2 spots for 3 in that box. So, cross out that 3. That won't be a 3 anymore. The Donkey Kong, take it easy. Oh, what the heck? Oh, here we go. Okay, I just scroll down. 10 minutes in. This is stage clear? This is stage clear. Okay. This box needs a 3. This 3 will lock it into one of these 3 squares. This box needs a 3 as well. And one of these 3. Based on his normal move and his knight moves. Can we do the same thing we did over here, but up here? It looks like a similar pattern. Yes, we can. A 3 here would use its knight moves and its regular move to lock out 3 completely from this top right box. Cross out that 3. And then... I think we're fully... I think that's as much as I want to mark down. I could mark down these 4 3s and these 4 3s, but I don't know if marking down a whole box of numbers is useful, even in Night Sudoku. You mark down the angles still, because the knight moves can reach those angles, but you can't reach a whole box with a single piece. Or a whole 2x2 section. 4. Have I looked at 4s thoroughly yet? Not quite. A 4 could allegedly go anywhere here, but then 2 knight moves restricts it down to just 3 squares. Okay. I'm trying to think if I want to mark 4s here. I mean, I guess I could, just for the sake of example. 4 goes any of these 5 squares, but then a 4 here locks out this entire box. And this is why we mark the angle still. This 4 sees the knight move in the row, sees this whole box, so we can cross out that 4. We're left with a 4 in one of 4 positions. And then there's... I mean, we could do the same thing up here. We say a 4 here would lock out this 4 entirely, so we can cross that out. We're left with a 4 in one of 4 positions. Usually slightly more than I would mark, but so be it. Although even this marking isn't irrelevant. We have these 4 4s penciled in, and we can actually just know right off the bat we can't have a 4 here, because this 4, his knight moves would lock out this entire box. These are hard. Yeah, they are. You end up with a lot of pencil marks, but as long as you work through it slowly, usually they solve themselves a little bit. It's hard to just find like a number like for free though. 5 in this box. We have a 5 anywhere. Knight move, cross out those 5s. We have a 5 in one of these two squares based on this 5 and this 5. So is this actually a 5/8 split? 5/8, 5/8, zoom. Yeah, this is just a 5/8 split. Eight. So I was looking at 5. Let's look at 6s again. 6 in one of these 3. Boom, boom, boom. Based on this 6's night moves and his row move. 6 in the top. It would go in any of these 4 squares until we look at the night moves. And now it's only one of 2 squares. How many 7s do we have? Have we looked at 7s yet? Not at all. Not at all. Okay. We just get freebie 7. 7 gives us 7 one of those 3, and then night move, cross them out. That's a freebie 7 right there. Yeah, I don't think we did all our freebies, which is making things a little bit slow, but that's fine. Because we have plenty of pencil marks for later now. 7 and 7. We'll lock in a 7 up here. 7 and 7. We'll lock in a 7 in this column. Night move, one of these 2. It helps to have the highlighting on the, like when I click on a 7, it shows me where all my pencil marks are. And so this definitely really helps, especially when you recognize the patterns that are restrictive. Like I recognize this as a restrictive pattern. The wall of 2s restricted this wall of 2s. Because of the night moves, boom, boom, boom. This wall of 7s is the same thing. A 7 here would completely lock out this box from 7s. So, when we look at this box, where can 7 go? Here, here, and here. We just restricted that one, and a 7 here would see both of these. Only one spot in 7 in top row. Oh yeah, good eye, Patrick. Good eye. 7, 7, 7. So where does 7 go in this top row? Has to go right there. Boom. Nowhere else in the top row for 7 to go. Based on these 3 7s. Having an eye for that would help a lot because I don't look for those a lot, and you can get a bunch of freebies with them. This 7 crosses out that 7. It shares the same box, and now. Besides the 7s in the middle, we can look for 7 in the middle. It goes in any of these 3 squares. Other than that, I think we're done looking at 7s, right? No, we can do the 7s down here. 7 puts a 7 in the bottom. Night move, cross them out, and now we're done looking at 7s. This is all our. So when we click on 7s, it's pretty helpful. I mean, because now we know any spot 7 could be just by looking at the highlighting. For that reason, maybe I should finish the 6s. I mean, yeah, we can do 6. That little zigzag. And this little, based on this 6, that pattern. So now we have 6s completely penciled out. 7s completely penciled out. 8s. Well, according to my 8s, oh yeah, here we go. Once we found this 7, we lock down this 8 as well. 8, 8, 8. Great 8, mate. Get an 8 in the corner up there. Only one spot, 7 in column 5. That was okay. So column 5. Oh yeah, just look at these pencil marks. Where does 7 go in this column? Well, it doesn't go in the bottom box. It won't go here because of these pencil marks. So it doesn't go in the top box. And then zoom, zoom. That's a 7. And now let's look at the 7's night moves, cross out some pencil marks, cross out those two. Zoom, night moves, night move. That's a 7 up there. That 7 is in the same row, and we double check. 7, 7, 7. That's a 7 right there. And this 7, we can still cross out some more pencil marks. We can cross out this pencil mark due to the 7's column. And 7, 7, 7. That's a 7 right there. So we actually just found all of our 7s off of that. Now, based on the pencil marks that are left over, so now I had a bunch of 2's marked in here, or a couple of 2's, but I only have one 2 marked now. So I can like, oh no, those 2 pencil marks came from a whole line of thought. But my point is, once you like fill in a bunch of numbers and you're left with just one pencil mark, I like to double check still, but it's telling me, hey bro, I think you found a 2. And we look at like, let's just start up here. It's a little bit, makes it a little bit easier. 2, 2, that's a 2. Bam. And now the puzzle's telling me, hey bro, I think you found a 5. There's only one 5 pencil mark left in this box. And sure enough, this 5 covers those 2 night squares. That's a 5. Now this 5 is a night move away from that 5, 8. That's our 8. That's our 5. Getting a little bit sidetracked because I just want to prove the 2 down here. 2 is covered. Oh well, let's just, yeah, we'll get there. That crosses out 2. So now, zoom, zoom. That row is covered. That's a 2. So we can't have a 2 down here because essentially the only spot for 2 in this box is on the bottom. Row is covered. 2, 2, bam, 2, and now 2, 2. That's our 2. Hey bro, I think you found a 3. And then sure enough, there's a 3 up here. That's our 3. And it's telling me I found a 4 probably. Yep, 4 right there. Night move. That's our 4. And we're left with we finally found our first 1 by process of elimination. And completing that box. Let me check out 2's again. See more, do I have any more crossouts? Yes, I do. This 2 is a night move away from that 2. And now we have 2 pencil marks in the same column for this box. We're either going to have 2 and some other number, or 2 and some other number. What we do know is we're never going to have a 2 here. It would cross out this box entirely. These 2 pencil marks dominate the whole column. We can cross out that 2 and get 2 right there. Bam. And now that's all the 2's we're going to find for now, I think. But besides this little staring contest of 2's, we have all that we want, really. Let's look at 3's again. Any more crossouts for 3? Yes, we can cross out this 3. From this 3, cross out this 3. And now we know there's a 3 in one of these 2, based on this column being covered. What about 3 in the top? I guess there's a 3 in one of these 3. I'll mark it. And this is not informative at all, but I'm just gonna mark all of these 3's, just because I was 1 box away from having all my 3's penciled. So I'm just gonna pencil that in. That way I know I'm complete there. Only 3 spots for 1 in the middle. Alright, look at we already found out. Yeah, we found most of our 2's, most of our 3's. Look at 4 again. Oh yeah, this 4 crosses out a couple of 4's over here. Bam, bam. And We only have 2 spots for 4 in the middle, right there and there. We can resolve these 4s. It's a little bit complicated. It's more pencil marking. So this box can have a 4 in one of these 3. Or can it? 4. We have 2 4s lined up here. That's that magic pattern where it locks out the what would you call that? Parallel 4s? I don't know. A 4 here completely restricts that box. A 4 here completely restricts that box. So once we know this is a 4 or a 4, we know these can't be 4. Cross them out. And now all of a sudden, hey, we have it to where only 2 4s are available in this box, and they're both in the same row. This row is dominated. We obliterate that 4. That gives us a 4 right there. Last possible box in the middle. And now this 4. Oh, and this is the cool part, because this is all of this logic basically happened from like pencil marks here told me about pencil marks here, which told me about pencil marks here, which gave me a 4. And now the cool part is it all works backwards. This 4 is a knight move from that 4, which gives us a 4 there, which is a Sudoku move away from that 4, gives us a 4 there. That's a Sudoku move up there, that's a 4, that's no longer a 4. And zoom, zoom, boom, we get a 4 up here. That gives us a Sudoku move, 4. Like, a lot of times, you'll go from having, like, 1 4 to, like, all 9 4s. Is that literally what happened here? Well, we had at least 2 4s, right? Yeah, I think we had 2 4s. 3 4s. We had 3 4s, and now we have 9 4s. Just like that. That'll happen a lot in Night Move Sudoku. 6-9 split. This box needs a 1-3 split to finish. Boom, 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 boom. We have a 3 in the row. Cross that 3 out. That's our 1. That's our 3. This box is only missing a 1 to finish. This 3 can cross out that 3 via Night Move. Any other 3 crossouts we can do? Yep, this 3 also crosses out this 3 via regular Sudoku move. Let me go back. Boom, boom. Cross them out. And now zoom, zoom. Whoops. Zoom, zoom. Get a 3 over there. These 2, so 3 and 3 gives us a 3 in one of these 2 squares, and then the row is covered, so we cross out that 3, and that's 3. Top right pencils across. Yep, exactly. Patrick sees it too. I beat him due to stream delay. Zoom. Tiebreaker goes to the streamer. Get wrecked, Patrick. 3 on the bottom is covered due to this 3. Zoom, zoom. That's a 3. This 3 will cross out a bunch of 3s over here. I don't even know why I marked so many 3s, but using aimbot. Well, Patrick, I don't know if you understand that. I'm just like a quick scope king. I'm gonna quick scope this 6 real fast to finish that row off. 6, 6, night move, column. 6. I do have that at the ready. It was from MLG Mondays. This 6 apparently covers all of this. Bam. And like the reason I'm even looking for this is because now I'm back down to 1 pencil mark, and it's telling me again, hey bro, there's probably a 6 underneath one of these 4s or 3s or something, but all I know now is you just find yourself a 6. Bam. This 6 crosses out that 6, do a night move. Zoom, zoom. That's our 6 right there. And now the 6-9 split, that's our 9. That's our 6. We ain't done. This 6 and this 6 both see this square, cross them out. That's 6 right there. Zoom, zoom, double check, boom. Is that all 9 6s? Yes, it is. This lonely 2 is cluing me in. Hey bro, I think you found a 2. Double check, 2, 2, 2. Bam. That's a 2. And now this 2 and that 2 gives a 2 up there. When we're speedrunning these puzzles, we trust the pencil marks. Like if I saw a lone pencil mark in a box and I'm trying to do a puzzle fast, I just slam it in. But when we're doing it slow like this, I like to double check. This box needs a 1-9 to finish. That means this row needs a 3 and something else to finish. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 and 5. We don't have too many 5s, do we? Yeah, we have a modest amount of 5s. Actually, we have +1 5 because this 5 and this 5 give us a 5 down there. And now we're pretty good on 5s. Yeah, this box we can find the 5. We know it's in one of these two because we have a 5 there. And then the knight move, bam, that's our 5. That resolves this 3-5 split due to the normal Sudoku rules. 5, 5 gives us a 5 down there. Pencil marks tell me I found a 3. If I trusted it, I would just fill it in. I'm double checking, and there we go. That's a 3. Another 1-9 split. But we have 1s already staring at it. That's our 9. That's our 1. They'll jump back up here. 9, 1. Did we start with any 9s? We started with 1 9. We started with a bunch of 9s actually. 4 9s. Okay, I'm just surprised we're finding so many 1-9 splits all of a sudden. 9, 1, 9. I don't know if I ever even looked at 9s, like period. 1 in this box, or two numbers missing in this box. 1, 2, 3, blah, blah, blah. 1 and 8. That's our 8. We already have 1 staring at it. This is our 1. This box needs a 1. It'll go in the top right. Finish the box in row with an 8. 8, 8. Give us an 8. 2 numbers missing, 1 and you guessed it, 9. 9 crosses that out. 1 crosses that out. 1 and soak it in. Reflection. This is that complete puzzle. Take a mental picture. Take a literal picture because once I press the button, it's gone forever. Bam. 9. Easy. Easy. Well, not easy, but it is definitely if you were bad at your pencil marks, these would be really hard. You have to be a master of your pencil marks to do these. $8.53. $8.53. Do I have time for a killer Sudoku? Well, I think I do. But first, because it's the variety pack, King Sudokus are kind of lame because... What is this? It's completed. King Sudokus are kind of lame because they're essentially... Peggy's Hill is on our last pencil. They're essentially regular Sudokus because the king roll like hardly ever comes up. The only thing the king roll ever does is like... You know, I know there's not a 2 here because the king roll. Otherwise, I'm just playing like regular Sudoku. I mean, I guess it's like relevant in a bunch of cases, but like not even really. I don't know. It's just like free 2. Oh yeah, the 2's already over there. Do we speedrun this then? I'll speedrun it. So normally when we're speedrunning puzzles, we speedrun king puzzles because they're for noobs. 1, 1, 1. We get a 1 over there. 7, 7. We get a 7 over here. I mean, obviously not every puzzle has to have super complicated rules, but you know, the knight puzzles have some cool tricks you can do with the pencil marks and how they restrict other squares. The only time that would ever come up in a king puzzle is if you had like, you know, I've like thought about scenarios where it would be relevant, and those scenarios never even come up. Really. With like pencil marks on the walls and stuff. 7. So we already did our 1s. Got 1 over there. 2s. I guess we're doing this one. I already started it. I'm not going to stop it. 2, 2. We get 2 up here somewhere. Two. Free 6 bottom right. Zoom, zoom, zoom. That's a 6. That gives us a 6 in the middle. Bam. That gives us one of 2 spots for 6 up in the top. Boom, boom. In this case, the king move was relevant. It crossed out this 6 here. And then 6, 6. Bonus 6. Gives us a 6 over there somewhere. And these 2 6s will lock a 6 into this row. So now this row is a lock. That row is a lock. We get 6 along the bottom. But this column is already covered. Analyzing all 6s penciled. Pencil. Let's go on a different number. I'll mark these 7s. Hey, we finally found a relevant 7. Okay. So these 2 pencil marks restrict these 2 pencil marks because of the king move. A 7 here would lock out this box entirely. So this is restricted. This is restricted. That gives us 7 in one of these 2 squares. Those and the pattern. 7, 7. That's pretty good. Eight. Zoom, zoom, zoom. 8 in one of these 2. 8 and 8 and 8 gives us an 8 in one of these 2. And then 8. This row is covered. This row is covered. It gives us an 8 in the bottom there. Boom, boom. We'll get an 8 in the middle somewhere over there. And I guess I'll mark these 3 8s just for completeness. Piggy Hill is on our last pencil. 9. Have we looked at 9 yet? No, because otherwise I would have marked down these 2 squares that are possibly 9. Or these 3 that are possibly 9. Oh, what did I just put? I just put 8, 9. Donkey Kong. 1. I guess the wall of 1s restricts this a little bit. We have a 1 here. The wall of 1s here. That's a 1 over there. We have allegedly anywhere for 1 to go here, but now this one is restrictive of those 1s. So I'll mark it. It's fine. Two? Have we done 2s yet? I can find a 2. So these pencil marks, I'm trusting them. They're there. I'm sure I found them for a good reason. I mean, I can even double check. Zoom, zoom. But now when you look at this box, oh, we just straight up have a 2. 2, 2, 2, 2. That's a 2. That's a 2 up there. Just following the pencil marks. And yeah, we can like refresh. I went through that pretty fast. These 2 2s give us a 2 here. Well, these 3 2s give us a 2 there. These 2s give us a 2 on the top right. I knew all of these. I was just testing you. Wait, what's our 2 split? Okay, I just did that. Yes, of course. Twos are covered. 3. Can I find a 3? 3 in one of these 2 squares. Not bad. 3 in one of these 3 squares. And we do get a 3. Okay, this 3 will kick it off. So this box needs a 3. These 3 3s tell us the 3 will go right there. Cross out that 3. And now we have 3 bottom left according to Patrick. Yep, those 3 3s will give us a 3 right there. And then now I think we have all our 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then then the staring contest, as I call it. They're just waiting for 1 3 to be found, then the other 3 will be found. Do we have any 4s at all? No, we don't. 5. We'll have 5 in one of these 2, based on these 5s. A 5 in one of these 3. Well, this 5 covers these 2 squares. And that leaves us a 5 in one of these 3. Same thing with this middle cross section. We get a 5 in that corner there. And then we get 5 in one of these 4. Can the 5 go here? Nope, because the king move crosses out all of those. So we cross out that 5. And now this is most of our 5s. All the ones worth marking down. This box is only missing 3 numbers. It's missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. And where do we cross out a 5? Nowhere. Where do we cross out a 7? Up here. That's not a 7. Let's pencil in these. Let's pen in these rows. Any row or column missing like 3 numbers is worth penciling in. I would say penning in. Pencil. 1, 2, 3. We need a 4 for this row. We need a 5 still, and we have a 6, 7, 8. We need a 9. Bam, bam, bam. Let's do the crossouts. Any crossouts? Not gonna be for 4 because we don't have any 4s on the board. Doesn't look like there's any. Oh, that's 9. Okay. Cross out that 9. 3 bottom left. We did that. Okay. This column is missing 3 numbers. 1, 2, 3. Missing 4. Has a 5, 6, 7. 4, 8, 9. Let's cross out this 9 here and this 8 here. Okay. What else is there? Only a few options for this column. 4, 5, 7. 4, 5, 7. Whoops. 4, 5, 7. 7 out here because of the 7. Oh, this row can be finished. 1, 2, 3. Gives our first 4 finally. Now this 4 will jump up here. That's a 5. Left with a 4, 9 split. This 5. Is this 5 helpful? Yes, it is. 5, 5. That's a 5 right there. This 4 gives us our 9 over there. And we have a 1 left over in that box. This 1 will cross out these 2 1s. And give us a 1 in one of these 2 squares. Four, 8, 4, 8, unresolved. 4, 9, 4, 9, unresolved from the looks of it. 5. Oh, we've resolved this 5 over here. 5, sees this row, cross out a 5 there. That's a fat 5. Now we have a 3-way 4-7 split. As far as I know, it's unresolved. Mostly because we don't have a lot of 4s. I'm guessing a lot of these 4 blank splits are unresolved. Missing 2 numbers here. 3, 4. Sure enough. Ba-da-dum. 4-7 split. That gives us a split for the rest of these. It's 1, 8, and 9. 8 sees this square. 1 also sees this square. Do the king move. That's a 9. Leaving us with just the 1-8 split. Oh, and 8 sees here also. Do the king move. So that's our 1. That's our 8. Boom. Alright, what else are we... What are we looking at here? Let me check for any freebies. 1, no. 2, we already have all our 2s. 3, no. 4, oh, certainly not. Yep. 5, cross out a 5 here. Pencil. These 2 5s will cross out this 5 due to the pencil row. And those 5s are no longer there. Five up here somewhere. And 5 over here somewhere. Not here because the king cross out. Like the one pattern where it's relevant. 6. Check out the 6s. Any freebies? Nope. 7. Don't think so. 8. No freebies, but we can mark those pencil marks down. And then 9. 9, mark a 9 over there. And mark a 9 in the middle here. This square sees 1, 2, 3. Doesn't see 4. Sees 5. Does it see 6? Oh, it sees a row of 6s. 6, 7, 8. So this is 4 or 9. And when you're stuck, this is the thing you can do. You just click on a square and say, what can the square not be? The square cannot be 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this square is 1 or 4. And usually I like those click squares that don't have any markings on them, because that means it's a square I haven't really looked at yet. This square cannot be 1, 2, 3, could be 4. Could it be 5? Can't be 5 because of the pencil marks. 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. Could be 4. Can't be 5 due to pencil marks. 6, 7, 8, 9. So this square is just a 4. Bam. 9, 4. 1 top right. Check it out. Yeah, not quite. We have a couple of ones. 4. I'm hoping this 4 gets the ball rolling, which it looks like it almost does. 4, 4, king move. We have a 4 up there somewhere. Four in one of these two. 4 in one of these 3, and 4 in one of those 3. And I'm gonna quit pretending 4s don't exist anymore because they're on the board as much as any other number at this point. What we just found? We just found well, that was a blank square, so it's fine. What does the square see? The square sees a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does it see 7? 9. So 7 or 8, is that right? Looks like it. Okay. The square. Okay, this square is a 4. It sees 1, 1. I'll mark these ones down as well. Okay. So that's all our 1 penciled in. But anyways, let's pick out a square with only one number now. Okay, so this 5. This penciled 5 sees 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't see 5. 6, 7, 8. Does not see 9. Or does it? It can't be a 9. If we put a 9 here, then this middle box can't have a 9. 9, 9, 9, king move. Bam. So we know this is a 5. And like I said, this trick is especially helpful when you pick out squares that don't have a lot of info. You know, this square, all I had was a penciled 5. And I'm like, okay, well, chances are, if this could be other numbers, I would have had multiple pencil marks on this 5. And sure enough, the only other potential candidate was 9, but due to these pencil marks, we know it wasn't a 9. Because the 9 here would cross all these out. So now, then we lock in the 5. This 5 will now lock in this 5. And then now I'm taking a mental note. This is a 4 or a 5 penciled. I'm gonna check 4s right after this. Slam the 5. Let me check 4s again. Sure enough, we get a 4 right there. Bam. This 4 will jump over here. Gives an 8, 4, split resolution. This 4, we can start crossing out more 4s. We cross out those 2 4s. That gives us a 1 right here. It was a 1-4 split prior to this. This one will cross out some 1s penciled in. My pencil mark's telling me I just found a 1. Give it the old discount double check. Bam, that's our 1. And this one will cross out that penciled 1. Let's now double check, see if we got our crossouts all done. We have not. This 4 can cross out this 4. That'll give us a 4 right there. This 8 will cross out that 8. Tell me, there's only one 9 penciled up here, so I probably found a 9. Sure enough. There she blows. That's our 9, that's our 6. And then 6, we'll cross out those 6s. Gives us a 6 right in the middle there. This is a 1-7 split left over for this row. Go ahead and mark that down. Is this square ever a 7? Probably, maybe. Yeah. 1/7 split up here as well to finish the box. Well, if we have a 1/7 split and only one other number missing in this column, we can find this number. That's our, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's our 5. 5, 5, 5, 5. These 4 5s give us a 5 down there. Bam. Is that all our 5s? Yeah, we have all our 5s. I haven't penciled that box in for 7s yet, but 7, 9, 7, 9. Nah, we don't have to look at that right now. We could probably find something else. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this 4 crosses out this 3, 4 down here. So that's our 3, that's our 4. And now we have this 3, 4 mirror. Cross out that 3, and we get a 3 up here now. That's all of our 3s. 4. My pencil marks tell me I found a 4. Sure enough, there he is. 4, 4, 4. This 4. I think we could resolve this row for a while. This column. Last number in this column was a 7 and a 4 then. 7, 8 split left over. Go ahead and mark that down. I mean, we're pretty close to finishing this puzzle. Let's just do it systematically. This row needs 6, 7, and 8. That's 6, 7. That's 6, 8. That's a 7, 8. These are apparently 7, 8, 9. If I look at my pencil marks, I don't see any crossouts. The square is apparently 8, 9. C's a 7. 4 in column 6. It's fine. Yeah, we're missing mostly just 8, 9s, and 7s, and a few 6s. So what can we get? 6, 7 up here. Oh, here we go. This is our resolution, and it does happen to be the king move. This column is a 6, 7 split, and then this 6 will resolve that. That's our 7. That's our 6. This 7 will now cross out a bunch of 7s. Give us a 1 over here, a 1 over here. These ones will cross out that, give us a 7 there. The 7, that 7 gives us a 7 right there. This 7 will jump over here. 8, 7. I anticipate that this will resolve the whole puzzle. 7s give us a 7 right there. 6 in the box gives us an 8 right there. 8 in the box gives us a 9 right there. 9 gives us the 8. 8 gives us the 9. Finish these last two columns for the puzzle we finished. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Need a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Need a 6. So there's our 9. And absorb, soak, 6. Bam. There we go. That was a king. It's pretty close to classic Sudoku. I shouldn't say classic Sudokus are lame, because they're still kind of, you know, sometimes you just gotta have a nice, like, you don't need all these complicated rules. But it's weird that, like, they're practically classics, but they like pretend they're different. And like even Queen Sudoku might be like, whoa, Queen Sudoku, that sounds crazy. But when you read the rules for Queen Sudoku, the queen rule that you're expecting, it's under the chat. But I mean, here's so it's regular Sudoku rules, period. In addition, you cannot have 9 twice within a queen's move along the diagonals. So it's like, okay, it only applies to the 9s, which I guess makes sense because otherwise it would be really hard to have like unique puzzles. They would kind of solve themselves really fast, you know? So I guess that makes sense. But yeah, as far as chess Sudoku is concerned, Knight Sudoku is the main attraction as far as I'm concerned. And then the other two are just, kings are still kind of fun, whatever. Queens. You know, solving the 9s is kind of cool in the queens, but it's whatever. Yeah. And now, with 40 minutes left, probably not enough time even, because this is the real deal hours. This is the king of... Well, no, it's not the king, because the king and... this is... Okay. So there's not going to be any skeletons. Right? There will not be skeletons. But... it is going to be scary. I'm not lying. We're looking at killer Sudokus. The killer means it has nothing to do with like the rules. It's just the killer's just there because they're saying these suck. These are complicated, they're difficult, and they're gonna make you do mathematics. Have my paper bag ready. Exactly, yeah. Look at the time it took to solve these puzzles. Puzzle 1, 38 minutes. Fair enough. Puzzle 2, 73 minutes. An hour, 107 minutes for puzzle 3. 42, 94, 40, 85, 31. It like keeps like it's like an easy puzzle followed by a 2-hour puzzle. Easy puzzle. Oh, apparently not so easy. It still took an hour. 70 minutes. This one is, when we preview this one, it looks the easiest. And what's going on here? Let me get the rules out of the way, because we this one is so complicated. Killer Sudoku is so complicated. They give you a calculator. What's going on here? You may notice, Steven, I thought we were playing Sudoku. Where's the numbers? I thought so too, but apparently we don't get numbers in this. All this is saying is this is a cage. This cage has a 26 in the top left, and it's telling me, you know, normal Sudoku rules apply. Boom, boom. Row rules apply, column rules apply, box rules apply. But now these cages tell me if you add up all the numbers inside of the cage, they add up to 26. If you add up all the numbers inside of this cage, they add up to 10. And now, and also they're unique numbers always, even if they like span across like 1,000 boxes, it's still unique. One, you know, you can't have two of the same number in a cage. And some cages are pretty restrictive. You know, how do I add up to 10 with 4 digits? I mean, the calculator tells me 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 10. And that's the only way to do it within 4 digits, you know. Because if you try to do like 5 plus 3 plus 2, you know, 5 plus 3 plus 2 is all of a sudden like, you know, 9. Wait, 5, 3, 2. That's already 10. And then you have an extra digit left over that you can't, you know, use. So even though there's lots of ways to add up to 10, when you use unique digits, it restricts it quite a bit. Especially, you know, in certain cases, mostly random cases. Like 28 apparently only has 2 ways to add up to 28. 8 plus 9 equals 17. And then how do we get the remainder in the last 2 numbers? Either 4 plus 7 or 5 plus 6. 30, 6, 7, 8, 9. A couple of relevant rules. Oh wait, I do have tips. Okay, I forgot I snuck some tips up here. I forgot I did that because I just didn't want to cover the calculator. Cage is the sum of all your numbers inside the area. Sometimes negative space is as important as the areas inside the cages. So we have a cage here, adds up to 14. We have a cage here, adds up to 30. This is what we'd call the negative space. It's not inside of a cage. There's 5, 6, 7. So bot right we know because of 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, in this puzzle exclusively, let me get some new music going. I'll just do a classic. I don't feel like hunting down another good song. I'll just go to my music playlist. We'll do some water music. So this puzzle is very, very, very generous compared to the other puzzles. These other puzzles, they give you like 1 freebie. This puzzle will give us 9 freebies, and that's because if we take this cage, this section adds up to 14. This section adds up to 30. Well, what's 14 plus 30? 44. We know this box is 1 through 9. Every box is 1 through 9. Every row is 1 through 9. So if we already add up to 44, there's only going to be one number left over, and that's the 1. This plus this equals 44. What plus 44 equals the 45 that covers the whole box? 1. And we can do that for all of these. 2 less than 45. Middle number is 2. 3 less than 45. That's our 3. 4. That's a 4. This is by far the most generous any of these puzzles have ever been, to give us 9 free digits. 7, and looks like they all go in order. 8, and then 9. Bam. So then bot we know because of 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we cross out any. So when we look at this, there's going to be a lot of clicking, a lot of crossing out. We click on this box, we see 1, 2, 3, 4. We click on this cage, we see, okay, what can we cross out? Cross out any solution with a 2 in it, because we know there's going to be 2 in this cage. That has a 2. We can also do any solution with a 3 in it. That has a 3. Any solution with 4 in it, because the 4 will be in this cage again. Cross out those 2. So now we know the solution is, and we could also just, from the box, we can tell that also. But we can get to confirm, yes, 5, 6, 7 plus 8 equals 26. So there's a little bit of math, but also when you use the calculator, it saves a lot of you don't have to figure out every way to add up to 25 using unique digits. You can just look at this and say, okay, let's cross out the ones that have 6 in it, because there's already 6 in the box. Not you, not you, not you. Much, much simpler. And then what can we figure out? Oh, we know all 3 of these solutions have a 9 in it. So there's a 9 locked in that cage. So then when we look at this 14 cage, we cross out any solution with 9. Apparently there were none to begin with, but we can still cross out the 6s. Get rid of you. Bam, and bam. And now, hey, look at that. All 3 of these solutions have a 2 in it. We lock the 2. So we can jump back over here, get rid of any solution with 2 in it, and there just happen to be none, but that's fine. So let's keep doing that. Let's keep that up. This cage, the 1 was the remainder, so this 14 will never have a 1. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Is our only solution there. Jump over here, cross out all the ones with 2 in it. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. We're locking in the 1, because that's in all of these solutions. And so now we can cross out any solution with 1 or 2 here. There were none. But we also get to lock the 9. I'm guessing just by the way this puzzle is structured, locking in some of these numbers is not as relevant as it usually is. Usually it's exciting, oh baby, I get to lock in the 9, and then you get to cross out the 9s over here. I don't know if it's due to math reasons or just coincidence. This cage, we can lock out the 3s. Boom, 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 boom. This cage, we can also lock out the 3s. Bam. So now we can do the reverse logic. This cage, this 26 cage, never has a 1 in it. It can have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but it never has 1. So that means we get to lock in the 1 down here. Okay, apparently it didn't matter. But usually it does. Usually it's very exciting. Do we get to lock out anything? Not quite. Let's keep going. Let's do all these cages. That one's not the 4 solution, so 5, 6, 8, 9. 5 plus 6 plus 8 plus 9 probably equals 28 because he has a calculator. And now we should be able to figure out this solution. It doesn't have the 4, so yes, 1, 2, 3, 7, and it's consistent with the box. There's a 7 in this column already, so we can cross out that 7. There's a 5 and 6 in this row already, so we cross out that 5 and 6. You know, this puzzle is probably not the best demonstration of killer, but it's a good tutorial at the very least. It doesn't demonstrate why they're so insane, although I'm sure you could imagine when we start getting to solutions that are just like where do you even start? Where do you even start on this? It's insane. So let's go back to the puzzle. I don't want to click away for too long. And then obviously as far as viewership is concerned, the fact that a lot of info is kind of hidden, you have to click on it, definitely hurts. But you know, it's been working out so far. Okay, cross out the 5s. Left with these solutions. Let's do it over here. Any solution with 7, get them out of here. Bam, bam, bam. And for this one, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. Eights, get rid of any solution with 8 in it. U3, and all of you. Unfortunately, that looks like all the freebie info. I was hoping for a little bit more. So now we're getting into the puzzle. I'm gonna do the crossouts for any shared numbers. Like this 9 will cross out that 9. This 3 will cross out a 3 down here. And over here. This 1 will cross out a 1 down there. And 7. And is that it? Is that all? 7, 8. Cross out that 7, 8. Give us a 5, 6 split in that particular box. 6 will cross out that 6. So now we gotta get a little bit creative. We've kind of run out of free information. Everything we know right now was kind of given to us, as long as we, use 10% of our brain. But now we gotta start getting creative. One of those creative things might be the fact that this column doesn't have a 1 in it yet. So we know there's a 1 down here somewhere. Don't know if that's relevant. What else is this column missing? It has a 2, 3, 4, 5, blah, blah, blah. Not much else, I don't know. Do we really not know anything else about this? Well, the 1's a lockdown here. I don't know why I got rid of that. And then these 3 1s, we already have a 1 in this row, and we know we have a 1 in this cage somewhere based on our leftover solutions. That means there's a 1 in this bottom row somewhere, so we can cross out that 1. So this cage will have a 1, but when it does, it'll be in the top somewhere. And then use the Game Shark for the rest. Exactly. We get the we go to sudokusolver.com. I don't know if there's a Sudoku solver for killer Sudokus. I'm sure there is though, because it is all, there's got to be for every type of Sudoku. Even not just for. Oh, here we go. Oh, we found our first number. If we click on 7s, we notice this cage needs a 7. This 7 will be on this wall, so we can cross out 7 from here and here. Because now we know we'll have a 7 somewhere around here. And this column is covered. Bam, 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 this column's covered. This column's covered. This cage needs a 7. It'll go on the left there. What does that tell us? Something. You know, it's our first actual number. Gotta start somewhere. Oh, this is huge. This is huge info. So this cage, there's a lot of solutions with 8 and 9 in them. But when I'm trying to think of, can we have an 8 solution? 8 covers this row. We already know this cage has an 8 in it, and it's going to be on the bottom. So these two bottom rows are covered for 8, which means this 22 cage cannot have an 8 in it. If we put an 8 here, this cage becomes illegal, and then this 8's already immediately conflicted. So cross out these 8 solutions, bam, 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 and we're left with one of these two solutions. Notably, both of them have 9. And the 9 will be on the bottom. That might not be as relevant, but the important thing is they have a 9. Both these solutions have a 9. And now, I see these 1 pencil marks sitting here, and it's trying to tell me, hey bro, a 1 could have been here, but I'm looking at these solutions. None of these solutions have a 9. So, or none of these solutions have a 1 in them. So we can cross out those 1s, and now we lock in, look at this first column. Where's the 1 go? Doesn't go here. No solution has a 1. Doesn't go here. Doesn't go here. That's a 1. And now we get to cross out any solution without a 1 in this cage. Just so it happens to leave most of them up, but that's okay. Based on this 9, we found the 9 locked down here. We can also cross out this 9 solution. We know that 8 can't be down here, so we can cross out any non-8 solution. We know an 8 has to be in this cage. And while we're at it, we know that 8 has to be up here somewhere. So it's either 2, 5, 8 or 3, 4, 8. I don't know if we know which one yet. I think it's ambiguous right now. Oh, and sure enough, 2, 5, 6, 9 or 3, 4, 6, 9. So the 2, 5 is the, like, these two cages are trading 2 or 5, you know. Either 2, 5 is going to be here or down here. But what that also tells us is there's a 6 down here somewhere. Bum, bum, bum. That's not bad info though. That's pretty good info. So what do we actually find? We found a 1. Oh. I'm like, yeah, that wasn't so bad. We did all that just to find a 1. Oh, no, we found 2 1s. This 1 will cross out these 3 1s because they share a row. That's a 1. Cross out that one up there. And now we know there has to be 1 across the bottom. Is that relevant? Probably not. Alrighty. So this trick was, this 8 was double restrictive of this box. I think I can do the same thing up here a little bit. Like, how can I do that? We can cross out this 2, 7, 8, 9 solution because there's a 2, covers this row. This cage needs a 2, covers this top row. So now we know this 26 cage, which is completely engulfed in these 2 rows, can't have a 2 in it. And then we know this bottom cage has to have a 2 in it by extension. So we cross out that solution, There's a 2 down here somewhere. Wait, did I have? Yeah, there's a 2 down here somewhere. Cross out that 2 because it shares a row. The 2 will be on the bottom. Less relevant, but still info. And now we know the 1 and 2 is a lock. And then it's either 4 plus 9, 5 plus 8, or 6 plus 7. Those are not a lock yet. So 1, 2. Is there anything else we can figure out up here? 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 4, 8, 4, 9, 5, 8, 6, 7. 4, 9, 5, 8, 6, 7. 6, 7. 4, 9, 5, 8. Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit more trading than down here, where they were just sharing one set of numbers. This is sharing different sets of numbers, where we can't really lock it down quite as much from first glance. I don't know. Okay, well, so the 2, I did a 2B trick over here. The 8, I did an 8 trick over here. What about like the vertical angles? Any vertical tricks we can do? Any ollies? Don't know. 7. You know, there's a 7 in there. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I mean, we know there has to be a 9 on this wall, because the 9 is on this wall here and this column here, but it spans across 2 cages, so it's not as relevant of info. I'll still mark it. Maybe I won't. I don't know. It's marked. 1, 2, 3, 4. Definitely doesn't have a 5, obviously. 6, 7, 8, 9. Any cross sections that are relevant? We have only 2 7s. 3 1s. We have 3 1s. What does that tell us? This is our total 1 cross section. All our 1s expanded. Well, and then you cover the boxes. Box, box, box. Don't know if this tells us anything. 1. Yeah, no. Well. And now, here's the magic of killer Sudokus, the part where you have no clue where to go. 147. Five. Two, three, four. So there are some okay. This is exciting. This is exciting. Am I still happy? No, I'm not happy. I'm happy now. Bam. This is exciting. So this is a classic killer Sudoku trick. We look at this row here. There's going to be a 2, 3, and 4 split up here. Bam, bam, bam. And then when we look at this cage, I ask myself, how many exile squares are there? Exile squares are a self-made term where it's how many squares can dodge this 2, 3, 4. There's only one exile square. This 2, 3, 4 sees the entire cage except for one square. That means in our list of numbers 2, 3, 4, this cage has to have only one of those numbers, because if it has more than one of those numbers, it doesn't fit. So let's look at 1, 2, 5, 8. If I wanted to do 1, 2, 5, 8, I put a 2 here. The 2 would make this cage illegal. It would force 4, 3, 3. Doesn't work. So we can't put the 2 here. Where do I put the 2? In the exile square. Now, there's a 5, 8 split. 5, 8. And then 2, 3, 4. Everyone's happy. This is a proper solution. But what isn't the proper solution is when I try it with 1, 3, 4, 8. I try to put the 3 in. Whoa, bro. You just forced a triple 2, 4 split. That's illegal. I'll hide the 3 away. Okay, next number 4. I put the 4 in. Whoa, bro. You just forced a 2, 3, 3 split. So there's only one square to hide away the conflicting numbers, but there's 2 conflicting numbers, which means it's gonna at some point force a conflict. That means we can cross out 1, 3, 4, 8 as a proper solution because there's not enough spaces to hide the 3 and the 4. That means our solution is 1, 2, 5, 8. We already knew the 2, if we do have a 2, has to go down here because of this row of 2s, crossing those out, and then we're left with a 5, 8 split. 1, 2, 5, 8 split, and now we had 2 solutions. It was either the 2, 5 plus 6, 9 or the 3, 4 plus 6, 9. We know this has to be not the version with 2. This is our 3, 4, 6, 9 split. Bam. And now that we have this 2 here, we can cross out a few 2s up here. Cross out all of those 2s. This is a 1, 3, 7 split. Left over is a 2. The only spot for the 2 in the solution is in this little exile square here. And we get to cross out a 2 up here as well from this 2. So 2, 2, 2. That's a 2 up there. And we're on the board in like a meaningful way now. This 2 will cross out these 2 2s. And now these 2 2s will cross out, will dominate this column. So cross out that 2, cross out that 2. These 9s are confusing me. I'm going to cross out those 9s. Not because they can't be 9, but just because I thought this cage had a 9 in it, when it doesn't necessarily have a 9. I was saying this column has a 9 in it, but that's, you know, we could just figure that out by looking at these 2 9s. What else can we cross out? 5, 8, 5, 8. Let's look at 5s. Stop looking at 5s. Let's look at let's do a quick refresh of all our number digits. 1, okay, 2, okay, I'm looking for like crossouts. 3. Here we go. I get a couple of crosses on 3. We know the 3 is in this column here, so which means we can cross out the 3 in the other boxes in that same column, and then we look at 3's again. Zoom, zoom. We get a 3 up here. This 3 will then come down, cross that 3 out, and zoom, zoom. We know there's a 3 down here. Not going to mark it. It'd be too confusing. And that's it there. 4. Don't see any bonus info on the 4s. Let's go to 5. Couple of splits. Nah, nothing too relevant. 6. 7. Yeah, whatever on the 7s. 8. We can cross out an 8. This is what we call the X-wing. For the most part. We have an 8. No, I don't know what this is called, but all I know is this box needs an 8. Where's this box's 8 going to go? In one of these two rows. Or one of these two columns. This box needs an 8. Where's this box's 8 going to go? In one of these two columns. So then if we need an 8 in this box, where does it have to go? It has to go in the left column, because these two columns are already fully covered. If we try putting the 8 here, it would cross out these two 8s and then force both this box's 8 and this box's 8 to be in the right column, which would be a forced conflict. So that means we can cross out that 8. Is that relevant? Probably not. I don't know. Oh, we can cross out a 4 down here as well. I don't know if that could never be 4. We just missed that one on the initial inputs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Is there a similar scenario like that? Not on the board, I don't think. 6. No. 7. 8. 9. Yeah, nothing. Alright. Well, let's look at these double exile squares now. Like, and see what crossouts we can do. This there's got to be some restrictive calculator stuff, I guess. I think the restrictions are going to be like what we did here, where we said, can 3, 4 be in this box? And there was nowhere to put the 3, 4. I think we should look for lows, because, you know, the 2, 3, 4 meant we couldn't have both 3 and 4 in this cage. So now we have like, you know, like a 2, 3 here. We can't have both 2, 3 in this cage. Unfortunately, it didn't come up. But, and we could have 4, 5 right now, because we don't know where the 4, 5 is across a different row. So if we have, you know, 4, 5, 8, 9, 4, 5, 5, 4, all we have to do is make sure it's like that, and we're fine. But I'm sure there's an example where it's not fine. Like, and the reason so the calculator stuff is normally more restricted once we start. There's a really cool trick you can do with the calculators, where you, let's say I take see, it's hard to do an example because this puzzle is very unique in that the cages don't spread across multiple boxes. Most puzzles do. But here's an example, right? I would take this entire box. I know this box adds up to 45. And then I would leave that box and go even further. And so I'd say 45 plus 16 equals, whatever number. And I would say the leftover adds up to 29. Well, it's very, very obvious in this case and like not relevant, but there are puzzles where it's not obvious and it's insanely relevant. But let's see. 1 through 7, 1 through 7. Let me look for some of these blank boxes that don't have a lot of info. Like, oh geez, I ran out of music. Okay, like, Okay, here we go. I mean, we know a 6 has to be in the top here. How do we know that? There's a 6 in this bottom cage. There's a 6 in this bottom cage. That means this row is covered. These two rows are covered twice, so there has to be a 6 up here. The problem is it spans 2 boxes, or 2 cages, and it's much less relevant. 1, 3, 6, 7. This song's a little bit too bombastic right now, isn't it? Just go to our waiting screen music. 23. Two, 3. 1, 3, 4, 8. 1, 3, 5, 7. There might be a situation where we can rule out one of these answers, like 5, 6, 7, 9, because it forces too many conflicts down the line. That might be exactly what's happening here. So okay, let's pretend I tried making this cage 5. Oh no, actually that's fine. Let's pretend I tried making this cage a solution with 8 in it. No, that doesn't matter again. Shoot. It's like the opposite of what I want. I want a situation where we have 5, 7, 9 all lined up here. Let's say we had 6, 7, 9, 5. 5, 6, 7, 9. Okay, where's the 5 go? 5 goes on that wall somewhere. Where's the 7 go? 7 goes up here somewhere, whatever. I mean, it doesn't show up like I want it to, but the point is, look at this. If I had like 6, 7, 9 lined up on this wall, I wouldn't be able to do a 7, 9 solution because there'd be only one exile square. I would have to cross out so many solutions to the point where I could pretty much guaranteed cross out 5, 7, 9 as a solution. But unfortunately, this square in particular makes that really complicated because it means if I wanted a solution that had both 6 and 7 in it, I just had to make sure wherever the 6 lines up here, the 6 is opposite down here. So that's not as restrictive as I would hope it would be. But maybe there's somewhere else, or maybe we'll find info that does restrict this more. I don't know. 2. 2, 4, 8, 9. I might be able to restrict this square more. So I know it has a 2, and the 2 is up here somewhere. Sure. 2. 1, 3, 8, 1, 4, 7, 3, 4, 5. 2. So is there a solution to 2, 3, 4, 5? If I have a 2, 2 goes over here, 3 would go on the wall here. So let's do 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try this one out. Can this be 4? No. Cross out that 3. Cross out these 2s. These 3s on the wall would cross out that 3. That's a 4. That's a 2. That's a 3. That forces that to be a 4.
Last 2 seconds, see if 2 guys on there.
Yep. And maybe we're not restricted. Maybe we still have a solution. 2 here, 3 here, 5 here, 6. Yeah, no, I think that all works out. So whatever. I just wish there was a. What's the most numbers we have in a row or a column? This column? Four, 6. So this, okay, let's look at a couple of these squares, right? 6, 9. 9. 9 would go up here. Well, we're like this square. 3, 4. 3, 4. I was just looking at that. It doesn't work. Nine, 1, 7, 8, 3, 5, 8, or 4, 5, 7. 3, 5, 8, 4, 5, 7. Two, 1. Okay, can this square be 1, 2, 4, 9? Let's test it out. If I had a 9, it would have to go here. And then 1, 2 conflict here, so if I had a 4, it would have to go here. Okay. And then that would force 2 and 1. 2, 4 forces 3. 4, 2. So far so good. 9. That forces a 9 and a 9. Yeah, I don't have any issues with this. And then 1, 7, 8, 9. So sometimes you just gotta plug a couple in and you can find a situation where it's impossible. No, it didn't work there. 4, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 8, 9. 4, 6, 7, 9. I think I specifically mentioned this would be scary. I said there's no skeletons, but it would still be scary. Let's pen in a couple of rows. That might help us. So I'm noticing this row is only missing 4 digits. 3, 4, 5, 6. By itself, that's only telling us that this cage needs to have a 3 or a 4 or a 5 or a 6. But combine that with this info. This row, 2, 3, 4 split, 5, 8 split. So it's missing 1. It has a 1, has a 2, 3, 4, has a 5 and an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. This is now a lot more telling. This cage needs to have 3 of the following: 6, 7, 9, 3, 4. You know, we gotta think about this slowly because the solutions are a little bit different. Like, could it be 1, 2, 5, 9? 1. Essentially, 2 of the numbers can't be off this list. So 1, 2, 5, 9. We don't have space for a 1, 2. You're booted. 1, 3, 4, 9. I don't think we could have that because even though the 3, 4 is both here, it's 3 or 4. So 1, 3, 4, 9. Is that a possible solution? 1, 3. No, I don't think so. 1, 3, 6, 7. That is a possible solution with 1, 3, 6, 7. We'll keep that. 1, 4, 5, 7. Nope. Too many numbers that aren't 6, 7, 9. 2, 3, 5, 7. Nope. Too many numbers that aren't 6, 7, 9. Or 2, 4, 5, 6. Not enough numbers that are 6, 7, 9. Now, 1, 3, 6, 7 is our final solution. What's the only spot 1 could go? At the bottom, because of these 2 ones. Where does 3 go? Right there, because of these 3s clobbering the top area. Where does 6, 7 go? At the top somewhere. 6, 7 split. Bam, bam. Now, let's go further. Let's do some crossouts. 6, 7 split. That gives us a 9 right there. Whoops. That gives us a 9 right here. Cross out that 3. cross out that 6. Why do we cross out 6? Because we already know we have 6 up here somewhere. So now this is a 4-5 split. And so let's cross out all of these solutions that have numbers from this other cage now. We can essentially find this cage. It has a 9. It does not have a 1 or a 3. That's 2, 4, 5, 9. 2, 4, 5, 9. Okay. Do we resolve this? Cross out that 3. Is this resolvable or no? 2, 4. Well, there's a 2 up here, so we can cross out that 2. There it is. That's what resolves it. 2 and 2 gives us the 2 in the bottom. 5 gives us the 4 in the bottom. This 5 will jump over here, give us the 6. I've been waiting to resolve this square because this square resolves this left side, and it did for a long time. I didn't really mention it, but because we were just looking at 2 bends. But yeah, so this 6 will jump back here. That's our 4. Cross out those 4s. We have a 6-9 split. So what's the odd one out? Odd one out is the 3, and we're gonna have 4, 3, 6, 9. We can cross out the 6s down here. 5, 7, 8 split. Everything makes sense right now. No logical errors. This 4 will jump up here. That's our 5. That's our 4. And remember this 4-5 split, which made this more complicated than it needed to be, this cage? Well, now we've resolved the split. So what can we cross out in this cage? 4, 5, 8, 9, 4, 6, 7, 9, 5, 6, 7, 9. Apparently nothing. What was I thinking? 2, 3, 4. We'll forget about it. We'll look at it later. We have these 5s. We'll cross out these 2 5s. 6, 8, 9 split. Last spot for a 5 in this cage is right there. This 5 will resolve this 8, 5 split. That's our 8. That's our 5. This 8 will jump up here. Give us a 6, 9 split. 6, 8, 9. 1, 3, 7. Rest of the numbers. Bunch of numbers. 6, 9. Sure. 6 numbers. A 3-way split. Okay. So far, so good. And how do we do that? We tried finishing a row, and that gave us the solution there. So is there anything else we can try to finish? This 1 apparently gives me a, let's look, 1, 1, and then we knew this cage has a 1 in it. So this 1 has to be up here. Bam. Okay. 2. Oh, here we go. 2, 2, and 2 locks a 2 in right here. So now we know this cage has to have a 2 in it. Cross out those 2 solutions, and we have 2 potential solutions. We can also remove any 2 solutions from the other cage because this cage is now completely locked out of 2. So remove those solutions. 1, 6, 7, 9. 3, 4, 7, 9. We know this cage always has 7, 9 in it because both of these leftover solutions have 7 and 9. Top mid left cage doesn't have a 3. Top mid left cage doesn't have a 3. There's a 3 at the bottom, so we can cross out these 3 solutions. Huge, massive info. So now we know this is a 1, 4, 5, 6 cage. We can do some cross outs. That's not the 4. This one's not the 5. And that will give us this other cage too. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 gives us 3, 7, 8, 9. Yes. 3, 7, 8, 9. What massive info has befallen upon us? This 9 will cross out all these 9s. Gives us a 9 in this box right in the middle. 3, 7, 8. We can cross out a 3 and a 3. That's a 3 in the bottom there. 7, 8. We'll cross out a couple 7 pencil marks there. Is that relevant? Yes, it is, because we have 7 and 9, and this cage has a 7 and 9. So where's that 7, 9 in this cage go now? It has to go on the left side here. 7, 9. And now that this left side of the cage is occupied, what does that say about the right side of the cage? The right side of the cage can't have a 3, because there's a 3 in this column already. 1, 6. And let's loop that info back to this cage. This cage can no longer have a 1 or a 6 in it. So sure enough, 2, 3, 4, 8 is still a solution. We're on the right track. And then we do 2, 3, 4, 8. Cross out my 3s. Zoom, zoom. That puts a 3 right there. And then we can look at the, we know there's a 4 in this cage somewhere. So 4 won't go on this left half. It'll go on the right side. Clean up some pencil marks. 7, 8 split, 1, 6 split, sure. 6, should be able to resolve this. There it is, the 9. That's our 7. That's our 6. That's a 7. That's a 9. This 6 will resolve this 1, 6 split. That's our 1. That's our 6. These two 6s will look at this left cage. That's a 6 up there. One, cross out that 1. 3, cross out that 3. 7, cross out this 7. 3-way split, a little bit scrambled up, but that's how it is sometimes. This 9 resolves this 8, 9 split. That's an 8. That's a 9. And now these two 9s will lock in the 9 over here. Zoom, 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 zoom. And we know this, the 9 in this box goes in this cage. That might, oh yeah, that should give us a 9 in the top right, because our 9s are so restrictive. We have a 9 in this cage now. Cross out that solution. We no longer have a 9 in this cage. We can cross out this solution. So what are we splitting? 5, 8, 6, 7? 5, 8, 6, 7. Okay. Fair enough. Another sharing situation going on. 2, 8, 4, 5, 6. Any more like blatant crossouts we can do? 7, 8. Doesn't. I thought I saw one, but I think I might have already like worked over it. 4, 5, 8, 9. Four, 5, 8, 6, 7, 4, 5, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, I don't know. The 5 would be up there. 9 mid left, 9 top left. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, this is one I saw. This 9. Yeah. Cross out these 9s. They'll give us the 9 there, the 6 there, and an 8 there. Whoops. This 6 will then jump down here. That's our 9. That's our 6. Huge. Does this solution still make sense? 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3, 7. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 3, 7. Okay. We might have to get like slightly creative, but not too bad. Let's finish this row. 17, 28. Let's finish this row. 37, 28. That's just like taking these two splits and adding them up, and we know the row is going to finish. We know there's 4 numbers missing from this row, and we know what those numbers are. I'm kind of shorthanding it, but it's still true. This row is missing 1, 3, and it's missing 2 more numbers. It has a 2, needs a 4, needs a 5. 1, 3, 4, 5. And we might be able to figure out like 1, 7, 8, 9. Does 1, 7, 8, 9 ever work? 1, 7, 8, 9, yes. Does 3, 5, 8, 9 ever work? 3, 3, 5, 8, 9, yes. Does 4, 5, 7, 9 ever work? You know, before I decide if these things work, I should do some crossouts, because those crossouts are immensely relevant. Cross out these 3s, because based on the crossouts, they might stop working. 2, 8, 1, 3. Any other crossouts? No, no, no. Oh, well, hold on. Let's not get too complicated. We have 9s now. We found this 9. That gives us this 9. This is Cracking the Cryptics Steam games. These games are on Steam. Cracking the Cryptic. Obviously, those aren't... Oops. And of course, I spelled it wrong. I'm like, I'll type it in just so it's easier to look up. Even though you could probably spell it based on what I'm saying. And of course I type it in wrong. Cryptic. There we go. They have a lot of YouTube videos that do Sudokus, and then at some point they've released these Steam games that were just little puzzle packs. Let's look at exile squares. Here we go. We can resolve this. This with what we have on the left side. This cage, can this cage be 1, 2, 6, 7? Where's the 1 go? Somewhere in the bottom. Where did the 2 go? Somewhere in the bottom. So where does 6 go? 6 is in this row, so 6 has to hide up there. Where does the 7 go? Uh-oh. Well, there's nowhere to hide the 7 now that we've already hid the 6. We call that the double exile. Cross them out. So we know this solution is now 1, 2, 5, 8. Cross out the 1, 2, and the 5 up here. That's our 8. Those were already crossed out from pencil marks, and we can check, yeah, that's because of that 1. And this 2 was crossed out because of these penciled 2s. 1, 2, 5, 8. So what's the complement then? Not the 5, 8 solution, the 4, 6, 7, 9 solution. 4, 6, 7, 9. Cross out the 4s up here. That gives us a 4 there. 6, we'll cross out that 6. That's our 7. That's our 6. This 7 will cascade. That's our 8. That's our 7. This row just needs a 5 now. 5. That 6 has been floating. We cross out that 6. That's our 4. That's our 6. 7. We'll jump down here. Cross out that 7. 8. We'll jump down here. Cross out that 8. We can cross out this 8 there. And the 7. 4 bot right. Let's check it out. 4, 4. Cross out this 4. That'll give us a 3. This 3 gives us a 2, 4 split. So I think we don't get the 4, but we did get this 3, which is pretty good. This 3 will cross out these 2 3s, And now we get a scenario where we know, okay, the solution in this box, we know the solution in this cage doesn't have a 3. Get them out of here. And we know the solution by extension in this cage has to have a 3. Boom, boom. Now we can narrow this down to 3, 5, 8, 9. Those pen markings weren't for the cage, they were for the rows. And so now based on these rows, 3, 5, 9. This is our 8. Cross out 8 and 9 over here. 3, 5. That's our 3. We have a 5 right there. This is our 5. 3, 5, 8, 9. So what is this cage now? 3, 5, 8, 9. Not the one with the 5 in it. So 1, 2, 4, 7. Well, we have a 4 here. So that's our 4. And then 1, 2, 7. Or we're splitting up. 1, 2, 7. That means the 1 has to go here. 2, 7 split. Any resolution? No, but this 1 will jump up here. That's our 5. That's our 2. That's our 1 up there. This 2 will jump down here. 4 and 2. These 5s will cross out these 5s down here. So we get 7, 8, and 5. And we're pretty much done. We get to just do a little bit of cleanup. That's our 3. That's our 7. That's our 1. The 7 will jump back over here. Give us the 2. Give us the 7. This 2 will jump back over here. Give us the 8. That's what I was going for, yeah. Yeah, I was just going for the chain that solves the whole puzzle, you know. No big deal. And finish the whole puzzle off with a 2. That was El Tetraminos by this guy. So yeah, that's the last puzzle we'll do for today, you know. But when we look at like these killer Sudokus, some of them are like really crazy. Like this puzzle, the symmetry in the middle was like a huge factor on how to solve this puzzle. And if you wanted to figure out, I'm not going to do it again. You would just have to go to youtube.com/radianceonweaver. I don't even know if that link works. You'd have to go to youtube.com/radianceonweaver. Apparently, yeah, it doesn't work. What the fuck? How come? So you can't link to a YouTube page anymore. You have to like, the channel is like some weird, like that's the actual channel. If you went to youtube.com/channel/ukck blah blah blah, you would find the VOD. The when we did this puzzle. This puzzle was insane. You know, like the boxes were insanely relevant. The cross outs. There was like symmetry going on across, you know, these and these tips. It was madness. And how long did it take us? It took us 70 minutes. Not much longer than this one, but it was like there was just insane stuff going on. And some of these other puzzles, the one puzzle I demonstrated, this puzzle, the only way to find the solution for this puzzle is to add up all of these boxes here. Well, not so you add up all of these, and then you're able to say, okay, if all of this adds up to 4 less than 135, then I know these two numbers have to add up to 4. And that's like to even think to do that is insane to me. And then there's like another one, you get to do like another one, and it's like you have to keep doing that over and over again, and it's just like it's absolute madness. So yeah, these get really complicated. And now there is one more final boss of Sudoku. I haven't done them yet. I haven't even opened the game yet. I've been too afraid. But Miracle Sudoku, I think that miracle stands for, it would be a miracle if you're able to solve these puzzles. I think that's literally what this is referring to. I mean, is it on stream right now? Yeah. Like, it's like they're, what do you call it? it uses multiple themes going on. So I've been playing Thermo Sudoku. I skipped Sandwich Sudoku because I hate it. Killer Sudoku, Chess Sudoku. This is like, I think when you get down to the bottom, they start combining like a bunch of them. I don't know. Maybe not. All I know is I'm pretty sure the miracle stands for it's a miracle if you can solve it. Maybe I'll check those out eventually when I'm less scared. With that being said, though, I don't know if I doubt many people were able to stick through the killer Sudoku. Those are usually very dangerous. But we'll be back. Yep, GG's. We'll come back tomorrow at 7. Sudoku burnout is non-existent. I will never be burned out, except pretty soon we're going to be trying a new game too. We're going to be trying to play The Witness. It's a line puzzle game. It's supposed to be really, really good. It's supposed to start out simple, but get insanely complex near the end. With solutions relying on like old solutions and stuff, and then like we'll see how that goes. That won't be tomorrow though. That'll be sometime in the future, but it will be during normal Sudoku Sunday hours. Other than that, 7 o'clock Eastern time. Follow if you want to be reminded. Also follow because I'm pretty close to follower goal. And then I'll see you guys later.